Hello, you're watching Stretford Paddock. I'm here today for the watch along for the Leicester game. I'm here with Kieran.
Nice hand on the shoulder there, by the way. Nice hand on the shoulder. Nice way to greet him.
Nice
warm shoulder.
Damien is here.
You don't get a hand on the shoulder.
You just get it right there.
I
feel
did.
welcome now. I feel welcome.
I totally think I am. We're here obviously for the Leicester game today.
No homo.
Kickoff.
No one's touching your shoulder right
And
now.
we're very excited. I think everyone's shitting themselves, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what.
I think everyone thinks that we're going to lose. Everyone's worried.
Man
I don't
United
like
B's
all the
versus
negativity. I want some excitement. I want some positivity for once. Can you provide me with that?
Oh, mate, I'm not going to lie. Like, we've had the international break now. And we've all been just waiting for the football to get back, but this is an awful game to come back to. This could be bad. I'm staying positive. I'm not going to be negative and be saying we're going to get smashed, but it is possible we could get smashed.
Joe, is it true that you cried after you presented the team news because you saw that team?
I started crying after the
You did.
team
I saw
news,
I saw like the tissues coming
and
out.
Ronaldo had to rush over and just dab my eyes.
That was the warm welcome
He
that
said
you got.
there, and he dragged me right up. But
It's too slow.
Slightly worrying.
The team is too slow. When is the Greenwood
luckily
game?
we've got such a deep squad with so many players.
Don't ever look at me and say deep.
When we get 4 injuries to our starting 11.
I feel like Matt was decent though last game.
I mean,
I'm expecting.
Matt is one of the most consistent players I think we've got when he comes on. He's not the best ever, but he's always pretty solid. Good. Matic though shakes everything up. That squad before you get to Matic's announcement that he's playing, you could be happy, but then you see Matic is playing, it could disrupt everything that's going on. I think you were saying before, it's like, that team looks all right. Until you put Nemanja in.
It changes the game completely, man. He really is not like the technical football. Mate, no, he's not even shit. Like he's technically a good footballer, but he's been absolutely awful even when he's played the little he's played the season.
To be fair, I mean, I know he only played about 12 minutes in the last game. I thought he looked alright in the last game.
Oh, mate, I thought he was awful against
Did you?
Southampton. I think
I
he
thought
gave
he
the
looked
ball
quite
away
good.
quite a bit. Like I thought he was awful. Was it Matic when he came on?
Oh yeah.
Southampton?
Turns like a bus.
Yeah, it's true, man. That's why they call him static match. Like,
You guys remember that first game he played two seasons ago against West Ham? He did the roulette, and everyone thought it was going to be like
that's like run down the line.
Yeah.
So
What
good.
was it like Gareth Bale like?
Yeah,
It's Barcelona.
Yeah, same thing.
Knock it.
It's
Blazing.
like it's his sort of decline has been quite sharp, hasn't it? But I think I expect something from him today. I think when he's starting, it's a different proposition. I think we might be able to get something out of him. He knows that. I don't know. I wonder how it affects players, like knowing that you're not first choice, knowing that people think you're a bit shit.
Are you just trying to give yourself some hope here, like trying to find the
I want
positivity?
to be positive.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
I don't want to watch
Underdog
the game thinking
psychosis,
we're going to
everyone.
lose.
At least Wan-Bissaka's starting though, because there was the worry that he wasn't going to play. He was going to start, and then you got the news. But Ashley Young's still on the team, so Stephen Howson's a bit.
Steve's probably very happy
So
about that.
Psychosis.
Yeah, exactly.
everyone smash the like button as well
American
before the
football
game
TV.
starts.
Smash us that like button, please. Let's have a little predictions then, because we're all, put your money where your mouth is. What do you reckon?
Well, I've actually got United on my accumulator today at evens, so that's my tip of the day, to put United in evens. At home against Leicester.
Is this the point where I pretend what you know?
Ronaldo doesn't know what odds is. Odds are.
So I am going to predict 2-1.
2-1 United?
2-1 United, yeah.
See, I don't. The thing is, I don't really
Horace.
see where.
Horace Big, my guy.
Oh, mate, he's bigging you up, isn't he? He loves it. Is it Horace or Harris?
It's Horace.
Horace.
What?
I don't know why you're laughing, because that's his name.
My
is
guy,
serious right now.
Horace.
So what do you think? Score prediction?
No. I really don't see it.
Nil.
You can't predict a
nil,
I don't see us
man.
winning this. I mean, okay, so if we're going to go positivity, I mean, defensively, we're good, besides, Ashley Young on the left.
Yeah.
But attacking-wise, I just don't see where those goals are going to come from. I mean, obviously, Rashford's had a bit of a slow one recently. I think even having Mata, although I was saying he's good, I don't really see him, unless he's taking a free kick, I don't see him being the driving force as a centre attacking midfielder.
He doesn't seem to score as much as he used to, does he?
And Pereira's awful when it comes to getting the ball into the box. So the only hope for goals, I think, would come from Daniel James, because Daniel James has been on fire, but there's only so much you can
at
rely
some
on
point
him
he
scoring.
can't get a goal every game.
Hey, if he gets a goal every game, I'm happy.
What do you think?
No, my
He's
big
gone for 0-0, which is...
my big issue with
see it
Pereira's mobility is just non-existent. You'll see it in the game later on. Technically, he's got a bit. Physically, he's got not much.
Playing a bit further forward. Playing a bit further forward today, though.
Yeah.
Than what we've seen.
He's your typical La Liga player. La Liga, maybe Not even the Bundesliga. Maybe
No,
La
The league is
Liga.
full of those players who are good on the ball,
Eredivisie,
but can't do anything else.
if I pronounced that correctly.
Eredivisie.
Eredivisie.
I don't know.
Gonna be
Yeah.
one for the
Anyone
complicated.
Dutch in the comments?
Superliga, Portugal,
Superliga.
that type of thing.
Not a lot of physicality.
No,
So what's your prediction anyway?
I'm going 1-1. I went 1.
There's not a lot of positivity.
I said 1-1
Wait to
yesterday.
hear my prediction.
Oh right.
It's about to kick off.
Joe's like,
You know
5-0.
what? United have made the second or third most predicted goals in the Premier League this season, and we've got the least predicted goals conceded this season. Today's the day where it clicks. 3-0 United.
You're saying 3-0.
3-0 United. And you know what? If we don't win,
It's not. Well, I mean,
if we don't win 3-0, what will I do?
Steve said.
You get the hot sauce
where's
out,
the
you
hot
just
sauce?
do shots of
Oh
it all
wait,
day.
I'm not.
See, you quickly got rid of that.
Oh, is it back there still?
What was the thought behind it?
Well, what I was thinking is, if we all make a prediction, and every
Do
time...
you know how hot? Sorry.
Every time
John-
Leicester concede, we
Which
have a
one's
bit of
the
hot
bomb?
sauce. Because,
There.
you know what? I think we need to stop putting
Pass
our
me the bomb.
money
Show the people the
or our
bomb.
hot sauce where our mouth is.
If anyone here watches Hot Ones, they'll know if that can get on camera.
Yeah.
How hot that is. Like,
Get out.
oh mate, this looks a bit watery as well. I don't know if this is.
I'm doing mi- I'm
best
doing mi-
before May
Let me have a
2020.
sniff of that.
Yo, I'm doing
Oh,
mixed
mate.
job for him.
So I think every time Leicester score, we all have to do a bit of hot sauce. Just to make it exciting. It smells so,
Walker's Wood, get out.
so much.
Oh, mate,
Smell
don't.
that.
For the sponsors.
Oh, it's strong.
So yeah, we've got the bomb there, or da bomb, as I like to call it.
hot, man.
And if you have any,
I'll put
if
hair in
anything
your
bad
chest.
happens, we're going to just get into that
No,
because
mate, I've whiffed it before. I will not smell your sauce.
we need to
the
add
worst of the
extra.
phones,
We need to add extra misery to what might be a tricky day already. So yeah, let's get them out front so people know.
Brand exposure. If any of these hot sauces are watching, we are looking for sponsors.
Yeah,
by
if
the
you're
way.
sat at home and thinking, I'm a hot sauce.
I'm not sure for the next 2 days your
There you go, mate.
shits will ever be the same.
Oh man. Oh. Well, me and Cam,
Wait. Why do we have the spoons out? We're just
Well,
gonna...
just getting ready for it, aren't we?
right.
myself and Cam. If
Making
anyone,
it entertaining.
if anyone's not seen the first episode of End to End, check it out. Me and Cam had to do a forfeit of taking one of these hot sauces, a big spoonful of it. Watch that to see. Just watch it, yeah.
Is it spicy? That was this one, wasn't
Oh,
it?
was that one, yeah?
This
Watch
was
it.
this was the
sound in
Jamaican
English
Scotch
for once.
bonnet.
Just watch it, yeah.
Was that English? Did that come across? See, I come home, I go back to Ireland, all my mates are like, you sound very English.
So let's get into that.
Yeah, they probably would say that.
Are you
yeah.
Irish or are you not
Okay,
Irish?
so I was born here in Manchester, and I lived
in Studio 68.
in studios. I haven't left.
In this very
I
room.
broke out for about 20, so I was born here, lived here till I was like 6.
Yeah.
My dad's English, mum's Irish, moved to
Classic.
Ireland,
You s-
and then came back here like 2 years ago.
Nice. Did you prefer it there or did you prefer it here?
I don't know, man. Very expensive in Ireland. It's
Is it?
Oh, mate, it's
I've been to
fucking
Dublin
ridiculous.
before and it's mental, isn't
What's
it?
that like culturally though? Right?
What, Ireland?
Yeah.
You love it.
You know what? If you're a tourist, you'll probably love it, but it's the same if you live in like, let's say, New York.
I've only been to Ireland on a school trip. Like,
The school trip to Ireland, what was it?
No, but like New York, they've
one
got all
night
the stuff there, like
of
the
thing.
Empire State
Okay,
Building, and you're like, you're not arsed if you
It's
don't
like,
live there.
yeah, okay.
Like, I've never done a tour of the Guinness factory.
Whereabouts in Ireland did you live?
County Meath, which is just like next to Dublin.
Next to Dublin.
And I went to school in Dublin, so most of my
That
mates
explains a
was in
lot
Dublin.
about you.
What school life like in Ireland?
Just good laugh. Like I went to I went
nutters.
I went to
All girls.
an all boys school,
Okay.
all boys rugby school.
Was it
so-
violent? Was it
no.
like jail?
Did you
Was it
find
like
your first
jail?
love in that?
You know what? It was probably a lot stricter than. Actually, no, it wasn't. Like there was.
Prison break.
It was like
Every day fight for your life.
it was like because in
Survive!
some schools I was chatting to like if let's say for example someone was caught smoking in our school, it's only like a £5 fine, something
Yeah.
like that. In other schools, I think they take it a lot more seriously, don't they?
Yeah, we people used to get. I mean, I've never heard of any school taking money off people as fine.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
That's weird. Give us your pocket money.
£5.
Why? I just give us your cigs in your pocket money. What, I'm taking a fiver off a kid. Used to just getting into
Oh, to be fair though, like
you can get out of your detention.
you'd be 17,
Give me
18
50
at the
quid.
time, so yeah, it was like a £5 fine. Obviously, I don't smoke, so I was never caught.
Oh,
but
never smoked.
you
Yeah,
know,
sure, yeah.
well, it depended on the
That's how we
teacher
found
that
out.
got me. That's
You
how I
were taking
found out.
money.
I was
Realistically,
observing from a
realistically,
distance.
you're a chimney.
Oh, mate, I'm no chimney. Actually, here's the fun. Of all the people that work in this office, is what, like 20 of us that overall, not one
overall.
smoker.
No smoker.
We don't have
no
one
smoker.
smoker. Really healthy office here, as we're
And-
surrounded by our
And
monsters.
I think as an an equal opportunity employer, I think we should get a
also-
couple of smokers in.
yeah,
We've
I
got
think
great
so.
diversity as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Irish,
Yeah.
the
Doesn't drink,
American.
Ronaldo doesn't
Jamaican.
drink. Why not?
Nah, I do, but not. But
But not officially.
the average person wouldn't classify my drinking as drinking.
Really?
Yeah.
You should take it steady. couple of thimbles of
Cider.
Budweiser.
kind of thing.
Really?
Oh, cider. If I have 2 ciders, I just go to sleep. It's just like, because there's some sugar in cider.
Yeah, there's a lot of sugar.
And then you just crash and you're like,
That's fair.
Did you ever get the teachers stealing money off you at your school?
No, because I was homeschooled.
Really?
So I was like,
That's
hey,
not-
if I
we
got in
actually
trouble, I go
homeschooled.
straight to the headmaster, who was my parent.
Were you
And
actually
so-
homeschooled?
Yeah.
So you never had that thing of like fancying the teacher, or did you?
oh,
I mean,
mate. And an all
It might have been quite a little bit illegal if I did.
Yeah, that would've
It
been-
might have
You're
been
not
a little bit weird.
Is it illegal to just fancy him?
I mean, if they're parents, then probably. I don't know. Have you ever been in that position, Joe?
I didn't get homeschooled.
You sound
so
like
I
you're very
wouldn't
well
know.
educated in this right now.
I wouldn't. Well,
Wait,
very
you
well
was
educated.
Yeah, man. So I was born in America. I was born in Fort Lauderdale, which is right by Miami.
Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, you
No,
said
it's
that.
quite well
Oh,
actually.
you know why?
Say again.
Because I've been to Fort Lauderdale.
It's got a lot of Jamaicans down there, man.
Fort Lauderdale, mate.
Yeah, and I had family living there, and I remember the reason why I remember it so vividly is I was 9 years old. I was in a car park in Fort Lauderdale.
Fort
I don't
Lauderdale.
know- I
The
don't
way he
know-
says it is
I
like
don't
Fort
know what the
Lauderdale.
story's
going.
It's all
Lauderdale.
getting blurred together.
Fort Lauderdale.
It's just a
Fort
a
Lauderdale.
page.
And then I was in a car, and it was literally 40 degrees outside.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been somewhere so hot as Fort Lauderdale.
Just
at
humid
that
because it's
time.
Florida, isn't it?
It's
just
bad.
like,
We gotta imagine. I'm a kid. I'm growing up there, and I move over here when I'm 8 years old, and I come here and move to Birmingham. First of all, I moved to Birmingham, so you
Living the
also
life.
feel sorry. For me.
Birmingham.
And then that was all right. Someone's dying upstairs.
can we get the game on, please? Sorry. to-
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're currently struggling to get the game on, which is fun, isn't it? Let's try and.
Well, I cancelled the watch.
And then since then, I was homeschooled, which was a fun experience.
Why did you get homeschooled?
Moved here and I got bullied for like 2 straight years in primary school because I didn't do anything, but being
Because you're
American, it's like,
American.
yeah, got the cowboy jokes. It was awesome.
Fair enough, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it was great.
This
Well,
went-
the bullying happened in primary
this
school,
went
but it
left
still
really
happens
quickly.
in this workplace, doesn't it?
How do you just how
Cam
does,
twatters.
how does someone just casually come out with I got bullied? But yeah,
Yeah, I was like,
Just
Jesus.
life, innit? Like, I got homeschooled. School.
got
It was
bullied
alright.
so
Producer
hard.
Cam is
it's not just like you just got bullied. He's like I got bullied into the point where I had to get schooled at home. I'm just saying it like.
But you gotta think, my parents were teachers though. Like my dad was a
Oh.
professor at university. My mom was a high school and primary teacher. So they were.
Wait,
more
is your
than
dad
qualified.
or is both your parents American? Are they?
Yeah, well, my dad was born actually in Banbury, in Oxfordshire,
Oh right, yeah.
and so he's born there.
But he's got
and,
an American accent. Then,
Yeah. Well, when he was like 12, he moved to America, went to Boston, and then moved down to Florida, and that's where I met my mom. And my mom's always been from
My mom.
Florida. So
I met
That's
my
interesting.
mom.
We really do have. Were you born in Jamaica or are you just
No.
born in Manchester?
I'm first generation.
First
nah, he's
generation.
not.
like.
Do you have a cool story though?
I think the match has
Did you
already
get
started.
bullied?
I would absolutely love it if we could get the game on, lads.
I've actually been to school in Jamaica though.
What, for how long?
2 months.
How was that?
Very, very. And I enjoyed it.
Entertaining,
I
were you
very-
gonna say?
Yeah, very
Did you get
entertaining
bullied for
and enjoyed it.
being English? So bullied so
They-
hard.
They
jokes to get
they
school at
love
home.
they love foreigners.
Do they actually?
Yeah. It's like it's third world basically, isn't it? So everyone else
Is it
so
classified as third world country?
probably yeah.
Is it really poor there?
Everyone's so like alien to him.
Crime, I know that.
It's got one of the worst crime rates in the world,
Really?
and
As
one
you
of,
do.
and probably one of the worst murder rates in the world per 100,000.
I've heard that
taxes.
murder
Seriously?
is pretty rough,
Wow.
and people like taxis and stuff are a bit scary.
What do you mean? You should surely come across Jamaicans in
No, I didn't realize that.
They're
That's
quite-
that, though.
quite serious people. Can't
To be
lie.
fair,
disaster.
the ones that I've met.
Right, we're trying to get the game on, and he's put Netflix on.
Have you not watched Shotters?
I should watch.
Can we
Boys.
just get some kind of idea of what's going on?
Right, I'll get the game up on my phone while we're waiting for these lot.
Yeah, these absolute scabs.
This very legal stream.
It's a legal stream. You have to
Very
use a
legal one.
By the way, I'll tell you whose fault this is. There's a guy called Cameron Waters.
Who's a
Wait,
producer?
I'll give you his socials.
There we go. Right. Right, we're about
Got
20
the game on.
and we're
Wait,
still
wait,
behind, but
I'll give you his socials, but feel free to
right, start the clock.
tweet him abuse.
I mean,
I'm glad you find this funny. Oh no, it's buffering.
still not playing, is it?
Did any of you guys watch the international games at all?
I kept my eye on them.
I watched a few of them. Oh, listen to this, right? I had a little £2 accumulator on last week, and it was like England to win both halves, Serbia to win both halves against Luxembourg,
Young
and I think,
skipper.
and Czech Republic to beat Montenegro, and Montenegro, whatever, same thing. And then
Just don't break up the word. innit?
the only thing that let me down was England to win both halves, and they were 5-1 up at half time, and obviously they lost the second half 2-0.
A bit disappointing that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was 40 quid. I could have done with that as well.
How much did you put him again? £2?
Just £2, 40 back.
What a mountain.
So who let you down? Sorry.
England in the second because they didn't
course.
win the second half.
Why doing that as a camera in front of my view?
It's part
Yeah,
of
that's
you,
you,
mate.
unfortunately.
Shorts.
We've got a minute gone then. United have got the ball as Scott McTominay. I think we're slightly behind, but, we're doing the best that we can.
Please don't spoil it in the comments
don't
for us.
spoil it.
I'll now cue this.
If the
Everyone's
goal
going to be
goes
like,
in, everyone's just going to be like,
Goal every 10 seconds.
even if they don't. Oh, lovely
what a
touch by
touch
Dan
from
James
James.
cutting inside there.
Oh,
that
penalty.
Free kick.
Yeah, it's a free kick.
That was a brilliant first touch by James, just cushioning it down on the outside of his right foot between two Leicester players there. That was nice.
Lionel
You can
Messi
tell he's
on
got
the left.
a hell of a lot of confidence at the moment, can't you?
Is Amir's just Dan James look like
It's Ricardo
exceptionally
Pereira.
young for his age?
Yeah.
As weird as that
Exceptionally
sounds.
young.
Yeah, he looks like he's about 13.
Maybe he's that 9 plus 10 thing, innit? He's 9 plus 10, he's 19, but someone said 21.
21.
He is unbelievable.
Everyone fighting over who's going to take
Oh, it's got to
the
be
free
Mata
kick.
at the edge of the box.
But from that angle.
Yeah.
From that angle.
He scored, I want to say, from a similar angle against Newcastle last season.
You got to give it Andreas because Ashley Young, I wouldn't trust him.
I'd say Ashley
We
Young
say
was
that though. He
something
did
like-
bang. He's
I'd
living
say-
off that free kick. He banged
Anyone
against
see
him.
that
Marcus
video of,
Rashford is Mr. Rosette.
Anyone see that video of Rashford popping the free kicks in
Yes,
for,
for England. Yeah, 2 in a row.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright. Match the buffer and who's taking it?
Oh, stop showing us gifs because it's probably messing with the connection on the TV. Producer Cam is showing us the gif of your man. What's his name? Roll safe.
Ashley Young.
Wait, why is that my man? Why is that my man?
No, I said your man. Roll. That's an Irish thing. Oh my god! When I say your man, your man. It's an Irish thing.
Your
Fucking
man.
your man. Yeah.
Oh, you might have been born in Ireland.
Steve says you're not even fucking Irish. From Failsworth. Not from Failsworth. I don't even know where Failsworth is. He just
where
has
I'm
it.
from.
That's you getting
Well,
us
I'm
mixed
from-
up.
You get to you, mean.
Shout out to Failsworth in the comments. by the
Yeah,
way.
there we go. Casey's from Failsworth.
Is he? Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. Shout out to
Who's that?
Casey.
Yeah.
It looks like it's
Yeah.
young.
Well, barely anyone in the box. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Oh.
Pereira. It was Pereira near post.
Wait,
That looked almost as if it went over the line a little bit. The way he clawed.
Pereira's-
This
game keeps
stream.
buffering.
Is there a slightly lower quality version of this television show that we're watching?
Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's
We've
we
now-
just completely.
so we were literally like 3 minutes
3 minutes behind.
Yeah,
Right.
we're going to need to change the clock on the bottom of the screen there because we just popped 3 minutes ahead.
We apologize.
Yeah.
Everyone's in the
Hopefully
comments like,
this-
yeah, we saw this free kick. Like
Yeah, 3 minutes ago.
Yeah. I mean, they look. There's a lot of energy in the team so far from United. They're clearly up for the
Come on,
game.
Marcus.
Come on.
Harry Maguire coming across.
Leicester
there.
do have an
Who's
exceptional
that?
team.
Oh,
It's
he's a
Soyuncu.
strange-looking fella, isn't he?
Someone said he looks like a pro clubs player.
Yeah, it looks like. What is it, Lord Farquaad?
Yeah, he does a bit. Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
God.
That square head.
Big head like a bucket.
The scoreboard looks like a Pez one.
It does a bit. It kind of looks like Pez.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you boys: is this the last season that we give Rashford a chance? Like, because
No.
This is a question.
He's
What do you
been
think
gone
about
too
the chance?
long.
Should we
Shut
sell him
up.
after this?
Talking about, man.
He's got 50 goals by the age of
Yeah,
21.
but the thing is, though, he's still not,
Yeah,
as
but
reliable as
that
everyone
is-
else.
That's
that's like a
that's in
starting
comparison
striker
to Tammy
one.
Tommy-
Abraham. Have you seen Tammy Abraham's professional goal scoring record?
AW.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, but most of
He's
that was
doing
in
well
the
better than
championship,
he
though,
is,
wasn't it?
than Rashford's doing, isn't
It's
it?
in the
Oh!
That's a penalty.
Yeah, penalty.
Penalty.
Penalty! Come on! Penalty! Come on! See!
Soyuncu giving the.
Oh,
giving
mate,
the,
that was an awful.
it was
You could
Ra-
see
Rashford
Marcus
just-
knew exactly
yeah.
what he was doing
He just
there.
came from behind him. He snuck in behind him. Great
Good
tackle
from
by
Pereira.
Pereira there.
That
And
is a
Rashford-
stupid
Rashford, yeah,
challenge.
that's
man.
a
Crossing.
penalty. But now Rashford called goal miss.
Nah, it's a penalty.
That's a stupid
penalty.
challenge. He does get.
Weird tackle.
Now he just has to. Oh, mate, if he misses
Who's
this.
going to take this?
Mata, I
Rashford,
think.
obviously. innit?
Rashford. Oh.
Or Mata. I'd give it to Juan Mata.
Nah, I'll give it Rashford. He's only ever missed one, and even that was close and a good contact. He's never hit a bad penalty in his life, Rashford.
Oh, he's
Except the
gone
one
to
that missed.
VAR actually.
No, it's a foul. I don't think there's any word about that.
I don't think it's going to VAR. I think it's just.
Well, I don't.
Everything
Yeah,
goes
it is
to
gone to
VAR.
VAR.
Everything gets referred to by VAR. Referred to VAR.
Oh, it's a penalty.
There's no doubt.
That
About
looks. Yeah.
It's got to be clear and obvious to change it.
Yeah, exactly.
Did he get a toe on the ball?
Come
though?
on, lads.
Go on, Marcus. Oh shit, sweat patches. Jesus Christ.
Let's have a look. Let's see.
too bad, but I mean,
It's
it's
not
Rashford
too
stepping
bad.
over. Come on, boy.
Too bad.
Come on, Marcus stepping up.
He'll nail this.
Come on, lad.
Go on.
Which way? I think he's going to go the other way to where he normally goes. Goal is left, and he'll save it. That's the
He's
way
doing
he's
that- he's
straight
doing
down
that
the
straight
middle.
roundabout.
Straight down the
Go
middle.
on, Marcus. Steps up.
Yes, fucking come on. 1-0.
He go to the
we
goal
go.
is left is different to his usual way.
1-0 United, lads. Fucking have that.
Yeah.
0-0. Your prediction's already gone out the window.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
need
I know.
some hot sauce.
I'm happy about that.
Right, so which one do you want to start
I'm happy
with?
about that.
Why?
His prediction's gone. You have to
gotta
have
do-
some.
What was his prediction?
0-0.
Oh, mate, no, Damien, don't do that, man. That's going to
gonna
be
do the
so
bomb.
hot.
Go for Jesus Christ.
We're falling apart here.
I'm not involved.
Right,
I'm
he's
not.
having a little
Oh,
spoonful of the
mate.
bomb. Can we get a...
Can we get a zoom
shot
in?
of him?
Oh, mate, no, this is really
Can we
hot.
get
I
a
don't
shot
even
of
want to watch
him
this.
taking the hot sauce?
Mate,
That's too
this
much.
is-
Stop
That's
there.
way too much. Get a zoom in on this.
Zoom in on the...
Now get the zoom in. Look how much he's taking, man. Some people
go
can't. Well, you can't,
Can't
zoom in.
but
If you can angle that.
Go on.
fall
That's a
down.
big
There we go.
spoonful.
I don't think it's that big.
To put it into context, oh,
Go on,
mate,
lad.
he's done it. This is like 1 million Scoville units, ghost pepper chili.
Is it hot?
He's went for.
He was so confident.
He went for a
What's he
second
done?
lick. He went for a
Oh
second
god, a
lick.
spoon just smells of
Look
spice.
at him. He's messed up.
Oh, I've got the hiccups.
He's
He's got the
up.
hiccups already.
He shouldn't have done it. Look at him. He
all
knows he
good.
shouldn't have
I'd be
done it.
intrigued to actually see up close how sweaty he gets. And yes, I said that. I don't know what's going on upstairs.
Look at him.
Oh wait,
He never felt true.
Leicester-
peer pressure
Leicester on the
because he
front
was
foot now
homeschooled,
anyway.
So he's just caved in immediately. How's he doing?
Oh, mate,
with it?
he's got the
hiccups.
hiccups.
Can we have a look at the bottle of this?
over
can't
1
believe
million
he's done it.
Scovilles, by the
It
way.
doesn't say that. That's not over 1 million.
My insides are burning up like the fires.
Once again.
Hell.
Oh shit! It is over 1
Once again.
That's funny, isn't it?
Once
Oh,
again.
for God's sake! Right, so it's 1-0 to United.
Once again.
Like the video, guys.
Still
Share
on for
all
my
that good.
prediction of 3-0 to United. By the way, how are you doing?
Wackle.
Is it really bad?
It's not too bad, mate.
The eyes are the eyes aren't watering.
Be honest though, because you're trying to put on a brave face. But talk us through what you're feeling right now.
dying.
Is it really bad?
I think my eyes are a bit watering right now.
You don't look as bad as I thought. You,
I feel.
yeah,
My eyes are a bit watery right now.
My name is Zorro. I had a hot spicy
My name is
sauce.
Inigo Montoya.
Here we go. Bit of space. Oh, fucking shite. Who was that from? Juan Mata.
Matter.
Juan.
Juan Field. The nicest man in football as well.
Damien's out of action for a few minutes. I can't believe he went straight for the bomb. I was going to make you work your way up. He went straight for the big boy.
He's on for 3-0 because they only have to be one shot.
Who? Me.
I'm a bit hungover today, so I might refrain from doing this.
Well, you can't because
That weird.
he's already gone for it. How is it still really bad?
It's got like a second wave coming. It doesn't end.
He's in the ocean of pain right now. That second
Didn't
wave
DJ
is just
Khaled
gross.
tap out after like one wing on Hot Ones?
Yeah, he just had that sriracha one. And
What
shot
an
himself
absolute
and left.
fraud, man.
Yeah, that's bad, isn't it?
So he's basically he's water fat.
Yeah, it's just war.
Are you good with hot food?
I love hot. I get extra hot at Nando's, and
Yeah,
people
where
will
is it-
call me.
You're a
People say I
psychopath.
lie. I get the black sauce at Nando's, but I still don't want to really have any hot spicy food today.
Lovely.
Oh,
Great cross by Dan James there.
no end product. Lol, says Stephen
Honestly, that
Howson.
was a
Every
really-
time Dan
yeah.
James.
No, but
Yeah.
no,
No,
you know what
nothing
Steve was
happened
gonna
there.
you know what
No
Steve's
offense.
gonna do, right? Great cross, dangerous, inches away, but it's gonna go down as an incomplete cross.
Lads,
No, that's a really, really good
my
cross.
lips hurt right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you want to ring the police?
I'll get the fire.
Can we ring the Cam? Can you ring the police, please? Just ring the police and just tell them that Damien's been assaulted by the bomb. Say there's been a bomb scare.
To get
in
over it, you
Studio
must
68.
become one with the sauce.
Yeah, have more.
Very philosophical.
Let's see what Star Wars recently, mate. Be one with the Force.
Be one with the sauce.
I wonder how your man Sean Evans
Use
does it.
the
I mean, it's a
sauce,
pretty
Luke.
handy gig he's got, but
How
Don't-
can you ever become a saucy individual?
Is that the ultimate aim? Become a saucy individual.
The game's been quite
Look,
slow
you see,
since that goal, by the way.
it's even got an American name in it. The bomb.
the bomb.
Yeah, the bomb.
The bomb.
Buffering against the 10 minutes in, 1-0 up. Absolute scenes. Good start.
What? Oh, he didn't want to.
We're having technical
Doesn't want
difficulties.
us to tell you when we're having technical difficulties. Like,
Cam-
can we
Cam-
not argue in front of our friends?
Cameron Waters.
Can we not do this in front of everyone else? No, we'll tell everyone. We've got to be open and honest on this show. That's a foul there on Pereira, I think. Leicester haven't looked dangerous particularly at all yet, have they?
Blackpool 1-0 down, man. No, they haven't, but they will grow into the game. They've got too much class in their squad to...
Do you think people have been overrating their midfield?
Not at all, man.
People talking like they're the best players in the world.
I think Wilfred Ndidi is one of the best in his position in the Premier League. And James Maddison.
But did you see that goal he gave away the other day
Against Chelsea,
Yeah,
yeah.
like if that, I know everyone makes mistakes, but if that was a United player, if anyone didn't see it, he literally just got pickpocketed, didn't he? He took a touch, ball. Did he either passed it or he just got touched
Mate, he's
off?
getting prepped for Fresh this week because isn't he like at the University of Leicester now or something
Is
like
it?
that? He's in a role, yeah.
Oh, that'd be
He's a
good, wouldn't
student
it?
there.
Imagine
Imagine
seeing
being
that.
in a group project with Wilfred and Didi.
That'd be so
Speaking in
good.
a WhatsApp group with him.
Yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it? The amount of connections he could get.
He's only 22.
Is he?
Yep.
Oh God, that's embarrassing for me.
Who was the first footballer that you realised was like younger than you, and you're like, Jesus Christ, he's like.
I still don't
Younger
really
than-
accept it.
No, I don't either.
I haven't officially retired from international football yet.
Rashford.
I'm still saving that.
Rashford for me, yeah, probably Rashford for me, to be honest.
Really? Right. Well, we can't watch this one because we've just put a
Jesse
channel on and the
Lingard.
game's just started.
Is Jesse Lingard younger than you? No. Oh, I was going to say.
Jesse
he's like,
Lingard he might be younger than me. No, he's older than me.
he's older than you, yeah.
He's older.
How old is he? 28?
27.
26.
He's 26, is
He
it?
just
Yeah,
graduated from the academy.
his birthday's in December, I think.
You stalking him much?
I actually looked up his age the other day because I was replying to a tweet from someone
Oh,
because it annoyed me.
Oh, Madison.
That was a lovely
there.
pass from McTominay we saw a minute ago out to Dan James, though, wasn't it? I think we might see a bit more from McTominay today because we've got Matic playing that real sort of deep
Maybe,
sweeping
yeah.
up role.
He's good on the ball, though, McTominay.
He is
really
good.
is.
I mean, let's not talk about that one.
Yeah. you can't.
But I think he's got more to offer.
Apparently, it was. I'm pretty sure it's widely accepted that he was going to get let go by United, wasn't he? And then because he was too short, and he grew something like 8 inches in the space of a summer. He's like 6'4" now.
Yeah, and it was like 5'9", wasn't it?
Yeah, something insane like that.
8 inches?
Yeah, like he had a massive like just like
that sounds a little bit dodgy, innit?
mate.
When's the last time-
Wikipedia said it, so it has to be true.
Have you ever grown 8 inches over a summer?
Depends what you're talking about.
This is a family show, by the
Yeah,
way.
this is
we'll keep
there's
it
people's
PG.
kids watching this.
I'm talking about my hair.
Oh yeah, of
there
course,
You
yeah.
can't
yeah.
grow 8 inches of hair in a summer.
Someone commented, by the way,
You
so
can.
going back
He's
to
got
the
extensions.
Rashford, if we give him another year, do you reckon if he was able to get a good goal scoring, I don't know, habit down, do you reckon it'll give him confidence to
Well, that's why
take the striker spot
they're
again?
probably putting him on pens because there's good pressure here from Dan James. Because just to boost his numbers and boost his confidence. Like if Rashford took all the penalties Pogba did last season,
Sure.
he's probably getting I don't know how many penalties United
Another
scored last
6 or
season,
7.
6 or 7.
Pogba scored 7.
was a few.
You're talking like 16, 17 goals in the league, something like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, it annoys me when people talk about penalties like they aren't real goals. It's like we
Remember
win
Harry
penalties,
Kane-
someone has to score. It's not easy to score loads of penalties. Look at like even Pogba last season. He missed quite a
lovely
lot.
pass there. Yeah.
As we see the stats so far, then United have had more possession, much better passing accuracy. That's Leicester wasteful with the ball there, and just the one shot for Leicester as well. United are dominating the game so far, which I
Yeah,
think
don't speak too early. Oh, we can't speak too early.
so far, I
So
said.
far, so far.
So far,
Fair
so
enough.
good. But yeah, I think people talk about penalties like they aren't real goals, but I think they count just as much as anything else. Just because you didn't have to create the chance.
Harry Kane got the Golden Boot at the World Cup.
Yeah, exactly.
Just from
penalties.
Like 4
every
of them
goal,
penalties.
but
The
two
one
of
that
them were
was
pens.
deflected
Yeah,
off
exactly.
of him.
Yeah.
So that's the one that was
And
deflected.
you have to get in a decent position as a team to
Wait,
win a penalty in the first place. So it's still chances.
Yeah.
to
So
create
basically,
additional-
you get slander if you score pens, and then you'll get slander if you miss the pen.
yeah, exactly.
Yes, you can't win.
So
Just people finding ways to be annoyed.
still got to score the pen.
Yeah, exactly.
Takes certain composure as well to like. and
Harry
confidence.
Kane is like the best penalty taker I've ever seen.
His pen against Arsenal was a
The
joke.
one he scored, the one he missed the other night wasn't so good though.
Oh, this is true. Yeah.
He sort of just didn't get enough on it. Although it wasn't a bad penalty, but it wasn't great. But yeah, he's a good penalty taker, isn't he?
Just smashes at top bins, doesn't he?
As we look here at some of the people missing. Well, it's just Pogba that's missing there. We've got Gomez on the bench. We might see a first. He's not played at all this season. yet,
Don't
has he?
believe so, Gomez, no.
So that might be nice to see him. Greenwood again, who a lot of people said should have started in this game, but I don't think he's looked particularly brilliant in the games he's played so far.
alright. He had that.
Southampton he looked alright.
Yeah, he came on. He had that shot.
It's would have been a good game to introduce Angel Gomez, I think.
Yeah.
Especially, like, I was saying earlier how Matt is one of the more consistent players, but saying that, he's still not as fast as most of them.
No,
him
he
and
do-
Matic, and, those are the people lagging behind at the moment. So I think in that number 10 position, Gomez really should have been taken over. I mean, I don't really like who we have there anyways when Lingard's playing number 10 there. I'm not a big fan of that, but I think Gomez would have been a better choice than
You
Mata.
can't throw someone straight in, though. Especially
No,
a game like
you
this.
can't.
Yeah.
I
A
think-
difficult game that we were all.
But
sort
there's
of-
so many injuries that I think sometimes push comes to shove. Like,
Yeah,
you have to
you
do
have
it.
to.
So I think
Isn't that Rascal Flatts?
I think it's good to bring him as a sub, but I wouldn't have started his first Because also, if you think you put Gomez in, let's say he has a bad game and United lose, Solskjaer gets slagged off for playing inexperienced players who hasn't started all season. You know, it's easy to say that you want to see people, but you have to think of the performance and the potential like ramifications of it going wrong.
And he also has been on the bench in the past 3 United games, or is it the last 2? That he's not even featured in the match.
He certainly wasn't in the last game.
In the squad.
And so Greenwood probably would have been the better option.
Matic is good at that. There, Rashford
Cleaning
just
up.
gave the ball away, and Matic just sort of
nice
picked the
play
ball
from
back
United
up before
here.
Leicester
Saka
could
setting up.
break out.
Pereira on the right
He does
side,
get
getting
forward a
back.
lot more than I gave him credit for. Lovely. Oh,
Who does?
Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, I think he's quite good going forward. And again, we struggle with getting players in the box. Like the amount of crosses that we've had in the last few games that no one's got on the end of.
Sure.
They must be being told about that in training because Solskjaer's, he was the king of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting told, but you're not really seeing much development.
It's almost an
so
instinctive thing, isn't it? I think certain players, it takes a long time to build that, when to make the runs,
like
which runs to make.
anticipating almost. Well, that was. I mean, we can give slander all we want to. Like, it's good opportunity.
Thought I might benched off a hand there.
Right, yeah, it did. Rashford there, like picking the ball up 30 yards out, is behind James, behind Pereira,
Excellent from
behind
Wan-Bissaka.
Mata.
Wan-Bissaka
That's a foul
again.
there.
He's won the free kick. Excellent start from United, I have to say, the opening 20
Decent
minutes.
start, look lively.
You know what? We haven't even played poorly this. Well, we have played poorly this season, but if you look at the Wolves game, that penalty goes and we take 3 points, and it's a decent performance. Penalty goes in against Palace, we get a point to off the back of a poor performance. And Southampton, I don't even think was that awful. We was just not creating chances.
We should have done more.
The problem is creating chances. Defensively, I thought we looked really solid against Southampton, with the exception of the Vestergaard goal. They didn't really have many opportunities. I think Che Adams had that chance, but bar that, nothing really.
Just looking around the other scores, and it's all 0-0s everywhere except Tottenham, who have taken lead against Crystal Palace. That's 1-0 there. Looking at the competitors for that top 4 and top 6, obviously Leicester being one, maybe to potentially come up outside of that top 6 and make their way in. Tottenham have dropped a lot of points. Arsenal have dropped a lot of points. Chelsea have dropped even more points than United. Do you think that our bad start has been sort of overblown slightly, especially when you compare the standard of the rest of the league and how our rivals are doing?
I definitely think so. I was watching I was watching the Premier League years there like a few days ago, and United have always been slow starters. I think when we won the treble, we had 8 points after 5 games. Yeah, something, or not the treble, the double, I should say. 8 points after
2008.
2008. Yeah, 8 points after 5 games. We lost our first game last time we won the league. Remember, away at Everton. Yeah. So we've always been slow starters, and the performances, it's been far more improved than when you look at where we were this time last year.
Yeah, and if you look at under Moyes, definitely, and even under Van Gaal, I think we control games better maybe than we do now, but there were times when the games were just so difficult to watch, so boring, so you were just waiting for that counter-attack goal, and then it happened almost every time. We've looked so much better than that, and with a thinner squad than we've ever had. Since I've started watching United, this is the thinnest squad I've ever seen us have.
He's implementing his own style.
By far as well.
In 20 years of watching him. But I think there's a decent 11 there. And like Rashford was saying in that interview with Gary Lineker this week, Solskjaer isn't just building for the season like it felt like Mourinho was. He's building for 2, 3, 5, 10 years down the line. Whether he's there or not, he's trying to implement this system that can take us forward long term rather than just worrying about
that's a poor pass
whether we're going to win a trophy this year. And I think that's something that we really need. And I'm happy that we are moving in the right direction, even if it's taking a bit longer than we all want.
I think it speaks volumes. Like he is
Matic has been good.
He just gave away a pass there. Like,
that was McTominay.
McTominay.
Don't come at me with that. All right.
He is he's getting rid of the deadwood. Oh, excellent! Yeah. Pereira fucking taking no prisoners there.
Deadwood, which is good as a manager, but then he's not being backed by the owners.
Yeah, that's true. But someone made the point to me, like rotating a squad completely from it does take a few windows. Yeah. Klopp didn't do it overnight.
It takes 5 years, or at least, or 3 years if everything goes exactly perfectly like it did for Klopp. But generally, turning a team around takes 5 years. And I saw something today. I was speaking to my dad, and he was talking about Alan Shearer was talking in his preview about United, how Solskjaer didn't want to sign any more midfielders. Like, it wasn't Solskjaer didn't want to sign more midfielders. And there was an article in the Times as well where they were saying that United had faced an injury crisis after Solskjaer decided to sign just 3 players in the window. It's like, that wasn't his choice.
This wasn't his choice.
Pundits always want to talk about how managers should be given time and how we need to take the pressure off people and see how they do after a couple of years. And yet they start these like narratives of Solskjaer has made a mistake in the transfer window already when he clearly wanted more players.
Yeah, there's a bigger picture than just pointing at one person.
Gray having a go.
It's a bigger picture than just saying that the manager has all the decisions. Because the fact of the matter is, football is a business behind closed doors.
Yeah, exactly.
And so
Not even behind closed.
it's out there in the open for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think if anything, it's going to show that we're really going to be signing a few players, hopefully, either in January or next summer. Because look how many people we've sold
So sloppy.
in the past few months, or put on loan. Because the thing is,
there's no way Solskjaer wanted to get rid of what was essentially 5 first-team players and only get 3. And Dan James wasn't even necessarily signed to be a first-team player. He's just had to be because he's played so well when we haven't had anyone else.
you talk about players been thrown into the deep end, though.
Yeah.
He has.
And he's
done great.
He's done really well.
He struggled when he's, on the right side, but I think now he's...
Again, though, how have we signed another left winger and not a right winger? I was trying to think, the last person we signed to be a built right winger...
Well, Zaha was our last proper right winger.
Yeah,
and
I was thinking maybe Di Maria, but he was bought to play a bit more centrally. He played on the left as well. Like, it's been a hell of a long time.
Well, who would you sign then? Right wing. Who are you guys?
Sancho's the obvious one, isn't it? But
Well, yeah, but
we're going to struggle to get
that's
him.
not going to happen.
Are we good enough to get
I
him?
don't think it's going to happen.
I think it's a strong possibility.
You think so?
If depending on what we showed this season.
Seems like there's a lot of smoke with that one, doesn't there? But it's hard to know. Yeah, well, it depends what we show this season. We definitely need to be pushing for top 4.
We need to attract. That's the big thing. It's not really if we can sign players; it's if they want to come to us.
Again, Dan James.
He's in the box.
Rashford got fouled on the edge of in our half, didn't he? But Dan James going past Pereira, like Pereira's what is he? Had one of the highest tackles per game last season.
Yeah.
He's, a real top class fullback. And Dan James just absolutely sped past him there, put the ball across, and there was no one there to tap it in, which has been the story of sort of Dan James's career so far, isn't it?
Yeah, no end product apparently, because there's no one there to
there's
complete
no one
the
there
crosses.
to give him the end product. It's not his fault. Although to be fair to Rashford, that time he was down on the halfway line after being fouled. Tottenham winning 3-0.
Smashing
I think we can call,
Palace.
We can call that one off now, can't we? Just let everyone go home there. That's the end of that.
Scorers and that.
Heung-min Son got 2, and it's a Van Aanholt own goal. So if anyone's got Van Aanholt in their fantasy team,
Unlucky.
you're taking a few points hit there.
You got Kane, yeah.
The only Tottenham player I had was Ndombele. No, he's injured for like a few months.
Yeah. How long is he out for, actually?
Not sure.
He's a different one as well because he don't get goals or assists, does it?
He got a goal and assist in his first game.
Yeah.
So,
but generally he's not
No.
He's not particularly prolific in either, is he?
that was another player that was rumored to
anyone
come
else-
to United over and over again.
Is anyone else pleasantly surprised by how well United have started?
Yes. First to 25 minutes into the game, and haven't restricted Leicester to like little or no chances. They haven't really had the ball.
No, not really. I mean, it's really Matic and McTominay holding the ball really around that centre half.
Lads, everyone chill.
Yeah.
I'm saying that right now, but they just give away the ball.
Jacob OC in the comments saying...
Jacob OC, aka captain of the Marshall Hate
Oh, is it?
squad.
Okay, well, let's ignore that part of his comments. We'll
talk
answer this
about
one.
Shion.
Do you think that some players lose a bit of fire when they come to United? Like they feel so blessed to be there that they're scared of appearing as a bit of a bastard on the pitch? I don't necessarily think...
mate, that was a chance and all.
I don't necessarily
we
think
fast forwarded though, lads.
that they lose their fire because they're scared. I think under managers recently, with players have struggled to hit their potential. What do you think players lose a bit of their fire when they come to United?
I think we've just been missing that kind of. I think it shows recently, especially with the Roy Keane stuff that's been going around. That type of character, no nonsense character who doesn't really care what people think of him, who are able to throw their body weight around on the pitch and be assertive. Like you could say, the only player we have like that is Paul Pogba because of his personality.
Yeah,
but when you have your captain who wants to leave the club, apparently De Gea is going to be probably be made captain, and the highest paid United player now.
Yeah, 250k a week, and then possibly progressing to what was it? I think it was 350k, depending on performances or something.
I think
like
he deserves it personally. Stephen here saying, I know he's our best player, but do you think we over-rely on Pogba? And
100%.
than we would if we played in a system without him.
100%.
See, I think we do rely on Pogba too much, but I think it's wrong to say we shouldn't have him because we over-rely on him. I think it's not his fault. He's our only world-class player.
Dan James
Dan James goes down, clutching his hip. I think he'll be all right. I think, it's not Pogba's. Instead of getting rid of our only world-class players so we don't rely on him too much, I think we need to get more so that there's someone else who can help him out. Like, I think getting rid of him is the wrong way to go. I think we need to back him up with even more good players.
What happened here to James? Tries to go past Ndidi.
Indeed.
Do you think maybe he's just... they were talking about, I say they, but like Sky was
That's a foul.
analysing Gareth Bale's run and how
His
it
left
looks
leg
like
comes
he's
across and trips it over
simulating
before he gets the ball.
diving.
Yeah.
But maybe Dan James goes so fast that any contact while he's running at, full speed for him is, pretty impactful.
Yeah, and also
so-
in the second game, he just got kicked. Like, it wasn't even a... It wasn't
Say he died, but he
Colo-
actually
wait,
didn't.
Colo
did he?
Torre's on.
Yeah, Colo Torre is part of the Leicester management team.
Is it?
Yeah, there is.
Where's his
Since
brother?
when?
Where's Yaya? Is he fully
He's still
retired
playing?
now?
I think he's China, maybe, I want to say.
Making the money.
Colo Torre is a manager.
It's mad to think he played for Arsenal back in the day.
Yaya Toure is an Ivorian professional footballer who plays as a midfielder for China League One club Qingdao Huanghai. So there's answer that question.
go.
Still playing. God bless.
How old is he? 36?
Yeah, let's say 36. He is 36.
I think if you look at the way that Pogba's played, we were talking about, do we rely too much on Pogba? And I think if you analyse the way he's played, some of the passes he's done in the last few games, although I think comparatively to a lot of other star midfielders, we do rely on him for that. But I don't see him doing the critical passes that he did last season, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that, but in that first game against Chelsea, he set up Rashford brilliantly. And, there's been times where he hasn't been as clutch, I don't think, in recent days. But maybe that is because he's relying too much. Maybe there's a stupid theory. I don't agree with it, but that maybe he's playing poorly to drop his market value.
Yeah,
but that
maybe.
just doesn't make sense.
I
That
don't,
doesn't
think
make sense.
I don't think that's the case. I think if anyone's going to buy him, they're going to be spending a hell of a lot of money on him. I think Real Madrid needed to invest in a way that they couldn't just buy one.
Oh, great save from De Gea. Ben
Chilwell
Chilwell
there.
nearly scoring an absolute screamer.
Yeah. I think that Real Madrid needed to invest in a lot of players this market, and obviously they went big with Hazard. I don't think they had the money to then buy another £130 million player on top of that. I think in the next summer we might see more of that from PSG, especially if they sell Neymar, and again from Madrid as they sort of have another year's worth of financial fair play to spend. I think we might be facing some bigger offers for Pogba next summer. So the corner for Leicester, near post headed away by Rashford, and United attack counter.
Go on. Oh, the pace of Daniel.
absolutely flies past Chilwell.
Chilwell's done
Chilwell's done well there actually.
he's done really well.
Chilwell stood him up.
Chilwell's pretty quick.
Flying past level with him.
Well, he flew past him and then just
did
put
alright
the brakes on and slowed down and then get the ball back.
Do you guys reckon James Maddison is going to come to us next summer?
I wouldn't be shocked. Wouldn't be shocked, to be fair.
He's one of those players that I think he's been overhyped because United haven't bought him. Like, I think all the fans from other teams going, he's the sort of player we should buy, or United fans even saying, why haven't we got him? Why haven't we got him? He doesn't score. He doesn't
7
score any
goals, 7 assists last season.
Top
That's
chance
all right.
creator.
7 goals, 7 assists, top chance creator. But he's got Jamie Vardy in front of him, who is a good finisher. You'd think he would have had more assists than that. I'm not saying he's a bad player at all. I think he'd fit straight into United's team easily. But I think he's been hyped up as this, like, one of the best players in England. He don't get a game for England.
But is he better than? And he's probably better than most of our midfielders.
Oh, he's better than all our midfielders.
So he would
Except Pogba. I'm not
improve it,
saying
though. I think
he would
upon
improve
stepping
us,
in.
but people are talking like he's this elite level player that
He's quality.
United have missed out on again. I think he's being hyped up a bit to make us look like I don't know, like we've been more of
Well,
a
he's
failure in
English,
the
though,
transfer
isn't he?
market.
He's English. That already makes him, quite valuable.
What do you
more
think
than a
you
lot of
really
other
rate
players.
him?
I think he's quality.
Yeah, I think he is quality, but I don't know. I think a lot like how. Do you remember how Rashford used to every time he played for England? When Mourinho was our manager, every time Rashford played for England on Twitter, look how good he is for England. Mourinho's ruining him. Mourinho's shit. And then now, even that narrative's changed because he plays every week.
Yeah.
Now people are slagging off for England as well. Like people like to use players' performances.
Jeez, Pereira with a
Just
wonky
slacking out.
header.
No, it was
Harry
Matic.
Maguire,
It was
sort of.
Matic.
Was it Matic?
It was Matic.
Chelsea have just scored against Wolves.
Tamori with an outrageous
an
curler from
outrageous
outside.
just killed one out.
Cam want to celebrate. Oh,
Cam, the producer Cam, is
Who on earth is Tamori?
he was Tamori.
Didn't he just come back from an injury? Or has he been fine? No, he's alright. Who was the guy who came back from an injury for Chelsea? Rudiger.
Someone's saying, what's the point in playing Matic? We ain't got anyone else.
Yeah.
Well, what other defensive midfielder would you? I
We
mean,
could have brought in
people
James
keep
Garner.
saying Fred, but
I do rate Fred, to be fair, but
I do as well. But he hasn't played this season again, has he? So how?
He's not really a centre defensive midfielder either. He's more of an attacking.
No.
Is he going to get any minutes? That's the question.
he's celebrating goals before. Producer Cam's a Chelsea fan, and he's watching it behind stream, and the goals are going in, and he's already gassed about it. Like, come on, man.
Young galloping up the left wing there.
Say Tammy Abraham just scored. Can't say his full name.
Easy for you to say, mate.
Abraham.
Take another shot of hot sauce for that.
He's on my fantasy team.
How bad was that hot sauce out of 10?
It was pretty bad, mate.
Was it?
It was at least a 6.9.
At least.
Buy them two more.
He's got something on his mind.
Yeah, I think he has.
Who scored the second for Chelsea? Producer Cam.
Abraham.
Oh, sorry, it was Abraham.
Don't tell me you get
pretty much every Chelsea goal I've seen this season has been from a mistake.
Him or Mason Mount.
Is Mason Mount even playing?
Look at that. Is that Doherty giving the ball away?
He's a good player, Matt Doherty.
Wow. Oh, that's Lindelof, actually.
We're watching the Chelsea game above the United game. Well, we're not.
Watching it next to it on a tiny screen. It's a lovely touch there. That would have been a penalty, I'm sure, but Abraham puts it.
Who assisted him?
Forget it.
It's not. I've got Martial and Lacazette injured for my fantasy team, my fantasy draft.
Lacazette's out for a few months.
He's out till October, thank God.
Oh,
I just swapped my mate. I
okay.
gave my mate Haller, and he gave me Lacazette, which I thought was a shrewd
you've gone for
bit of
the
business.
draft. I don't usually do fantasy because I think it
gets
just
boring.
everyone's got the same team. It's boring. Who can be asked to change your manager around? But the draft
It's different, isn't it?
now that is something
it's tactical.
These boys are on something with their fancy
Okay, so the
ways.
fantasy draft is exactly how they do it in the States. So you're all put in a random order. There was about 12 of us playing. And you set with, so we went on the fantasy website and we're like, right, we'll start the draft at 9:30.
Oh, what a time!
You can change the time at night. And
You can
everyone,
change the
they
time.
all went the time.
But 9:30, that's prime.
Prime time draft.
Any lemon and lime. And so what happens? So you get put in order. So I was like 6th pick. And once someone picks a player, they're gone.
Yeah.
You can't pick them.
That's what they do with
That's
like
better, isn't it?
fantasy
That's
American
better.
football.
Rather than everyone just got.
American
have you got
football do the exact same.
It's like
it's way better.
So like, and I was 6th. I was 6th, and then it goes. Once the last person picks, they get 2 picks, and it goes back up.
Right.
And you can pick. There's no limit on budget. There's no limit on how many play because
It's basically like picking players in like PE, isn't it?
Yeah,
You've got like your
essentially.
6 captains. Your turn. Like I'll have Sterling. I'll
You
have
just choose the
fucking
fat
Pogba.
kid last.
But you'd be shocked at like when it gets
that, but shit.
No.
when it gets to like the 5th round of picks. There's
Brutal,
not really a
man.
lot to go on. There's like
yeah.
10 other people
Brutal
that
for
pick.
some.
Were there any
not a
players
joke.
that were like top players that sort of snuck through the cracks a little bit?
Well,
I think you shouldn't be allowed to see an official list of players. You should have to bring your own players.
well, the thing is, it's
That sounds like the worst idea.
No, because imagine if
have your watch
if
list
you've
for
got
that.
all the
Yeah,
players,
you have watch
though,
lists
if you've
and
got them all like ranked by points scored last season,
Yeah.
no one's ever going to miss like what would be good is after 4 rounds like fuck, no one's picked Aguero.
Yeah.
Like, and then someone gets him. That'd be
That's
good. I like the
impossible.
they
idea.
have an order of the most picked. Like so, when you
That's
first
what
go
I mean,
onto
yeah,
it, it says so.
ruins
It already shows what everyone's picking. So like
percent.
Salah was like 1, Aguero was 2, Sterling was
You
only
need the
like 3 or
analog
4.
version.
I imagine,
You
like,
have to bring
keepers
your
and
notes,
defenders.
Bring a big binder full of like
Yeah.
notes that you've been taking over the last season.
But I picked Martial, who I didn't even. That was a midfielder this season in fantasy football, which is pretty shocking. And everyone's like, he's not going to score. Well, he didn't.
Was this on the official?
Yeah, draft. Yeah, it's
I didn't know
banging.
they did that.
The thing with the usual way of doing the draft, though, obviously, fantasy is that you can have 100 players in the league, whereas you couldn't with that. You couldn't do a draft. There's a sort of a limit, isn't there, just with the amount of players there is. But
Sure.
I do like the idea of that.
And we all gave 20 quid each, so like a 200 quid pot, which is a lot for
And does
fantasy
that all
football.
just go to the winner? Or have you got a
No,
staggered-
we've got like a first,
staggered
second,
tier
third
system?
But
20 quid.
Yeah, it's a lot. I said that as well. But to be fair,
How
that's
could
the
it be
problem
like,
with fantasy
I'm not
football.
friends with you
People
guys
just stop playing because
Yeah.
they get bored. But this every day,
That's why I do one.
the fantasy football chat is hopping.
Yeah, I do a £10,000 buy-in one.
Oh really?
Yeah, we all put our student loans on it, and whoever loses has to pay everyone else's student loans. And that way, you really keep the interest.
You really
up.
are invested
Because
into
if
the
I
team.
lose this, I stand to pay around £370,000.
High stakes.
High stakes.
High stakes.
Yeah. So, and I did 5 years at uni, so I've got an extra couple $9,000.
5 years.
Yeah.
Do you have like a foundation year? Or
No.
you're just like super smart.
Messed up a couple times. Had to pay some of my own money to be at uni for a while, which ruined
sounds
my
lovely.
life. What?
That sounds lovely.
Yeah, it was lovely
That
actually.
sounds great.
But that's behind us now.
Well, clearly not. You bring it up.
Don't even talk about it, mate. I shouldn't have brought it up.
This game's been slow.
Like the
off back
video,
by the
folks.
way.
Smash the like button.
Yeah,
Come on.
smash
We're
it.
winning 1-0. Give us a break. Come on. Hit the like button.
Yeah, Matic, I'm going to say it. United's best player so far.
I don't know. Dan James looked very good.
Is he?
Yeah.
I think Matic has been good. I think James has been good
It's
as
not
well,
been
to be
really
fair.
stand.
Who's been your
There's Matic
standout
winning the ball
player?
back
Let us
again
know in the
there.
comments.
Second time in 10 seconds.
You know
Yeah,
what? It's
who-
not been bad.
Who do you think's
Actually,
been United's best players so far? I reckon Matic, personally.
Yeah, I don't really know. No,
Who do you
none of them
reckon?
really stood
Ronaldo.
out.
Yeah.
Who's been United's best player so far?
It's my mum.
Hello, Mrs.
What position
Your
does
mum's
she
Mrs.
play?
Brown.
favorite player. Sounds great.
My favourite player so far has probably been Daniel James, look the brightest.
Yeah, he looks good, doesn't he? Having a fun chat with your mum?
Yes,
How's
I'm
Mrs.
telling
Brown doing
Is there
today?
anything
Then it's a
interesting
watch along.
happening? She watching it. She watched me do the bomb.
Is she doing the watch along?
She watched me do the bomb hot shot.
Yeah, she probably has.
Oh, man.
Oh, cute.
Shout out
bless.
to Miss Brown. Over
If she
there.
wants to put any comments in the chat, we will read those out.
She definitely can't.
He says, Ronaldo, it's past your bedtime. What are you doing up still? That's not right, is it?
At 20 to 4
Yeah.
on Saturday
He's
afternoon.
like- He's meant to be having his afternoon nap now. That's what she says.
Saturday night curfew.
Saturday night curfew.
Oh, Leicester, here we go. We're on the break.
Because not much has happened.
Ashley
Good block
Young.
by
For
Young
about
there.
20 minutes, not much has happened.
Yeah, it's been the game has died down significantly at the moment.
I reckon, though, I think United have done well to stop them creating many chances. I'm impressed by that. We haven't been overrun in midfield in the way that everyone was saying we were going to. I think we look quite good.
Cam, what are you doing? Cam.
If Chelsea scored again, Chelsea are winning
3-0. I've got Connor Cody. in my
Oh,
fucking
so
fantasy
3-0. So that's about. You've got one more goal to score to match the score against you.
Yeah, that's a good point.
team. Tammy's got 2, mate. I'm having a
He
shocker.
keeps scoring, doesn't he? Tammy
What
Abraham.
did I just say earlier? His goal scoring record was something like 65 and 120 career games.
Did Tammy
pretty
score
impressive.
again? Did Tammy score the third?
I just want to see how hot this shit
Who scored the
Are
third?
you having a go, are you?
I'm having like
Cam.
a tiny
You
little...
don't do that.
scored the third?
voluntarily. What the hell?
I want to see what it's like.
Mason
you need a
Mount.
bit more than
Mason
No,
Mount.
just to get a
Mason
gauge.
Mount.
Phil.
It's literally like that.
Ah.
Looks like a little prick.
That's such a bitch bit amount.
All right, then you do
No,
it.
I don't want to do it.
Hey, whoa, come on. You guys just... Oh, come
That's
on.
such a dog amount. Jeez.
Right. Do you want to know something? That is an unfair amount of heat.
Yeah, it's quite hot. It's
I
ghost
didn't think
pepper.
I felt I had the whole,
I hardly had
the
anything.
whole base of that almost
American
fully
Freezing,
covered.
you're from the America,
I haven't had
it's
any of
kinda
that,
like
and I
the
feel
bomb.
I need to send some emails to my family.
Ghost pepper hot sauce.
Cam, send an email to my mum. Tell her I've made a mistake and I'll be home very soon.
I made a terrible
Almost
mistake.
looks like it's nuclear.
It's fucking hot, that. Oof. Hello, lads. Do anyone want a bit of hot sauce? Spark things up a bit? I'm sweating. My back's sweating.
Oh, jeez. You're not a spicy...
I like
He
to
doesn't go
have
for
a
the
low
extra
level
hot
of
like
heat
you.
in everything.
No,
Fernandes.
he's not got the balls like
I like hot sauce. I have hot sauce on a lot of things.
Yeah, same.
But I get to a point where
I can't do.
You can't do hot
I
sauce.
can't do heat.
But you did have spicy chicken nuggets, though.
Oh, mate, we don't care
McDonald's.
about
Bro,
Chelsea.
it's just chicken nuggets with a tan.
Why is it? He's just producer Cam's just holding
chicken
up the
nugget with a tan.
Yeah.
Are they nice?
Mason Mount with the cross.
That's a good header.
Ah, it was Alonso. I thought it was Mount.
I've got Mount. Have you got Mount?
Yeah,
I've got Mount on fantasy.
yeah, but he's not going to do anything today. Is he?
This is just because
Nah, he's already got.
fantasy
He
watch,
had an
I
assist
think United haven't
for the
done
last
anything
goal.
in the last
Nah,
half
he
an
didn't.
hour.
Yeah, it's been
Not
this
that
game has significantly
He didn't.
died down.
I
I
checked
really
him on
wouldn't
fantasy,
mind a
he didn't get
second
it.
goal.
He didn't get it. On
Wait, who assisted Tammy's second goal?
Alonso.
And then what about that one just then?
It's bad, mate.
No, Tammy's
hot.
first.
Try
It's
it.
hot. No,
Try
I've tried it before.
This one?
Yeah, I've got a little bit on my finger.
It's good, isn't it?
It stings.
It's a spicy boy, that. Need a bit of water.
41 minutes in.
You know on that,
1
do you know
minute.
on the hot ones showing that? I
Yeah.
honestly think everyone underreacts on that. I've had like hot sauces before, and I need to like lie down and drink
Seriously?
gallons of milk,
Apparently,
So
the
much
best
milk
thing
that I
is
need to be
bread.
sick.
Bread's the best thing for a hot sauce to have to cool it down.
Really?
Apparently so. Matt Corner now to Leicester.
Nah, it's time to look up Tammy Abraham statistics.
He was all right for Swansea before they re-signed Bunny.
Who?
Corner in there from
Bonner.
Leicester. ToMané clears it away, and
Oh, jeez, that was a half a chance as
Soyuncu
well.
there looked like he might have took
Soyuncu.
a stud down the shin.
Ankle fell off.
Is he VAR in this? Is he? No, I don't.
Someone put a stud on him there. Whoa!
Nah,
It's like
it's
Matic.
not a pen, man.
I hate rewatching it though, because
It makes you think.
yeah. No,
No, it's not a penalty.
he was already in full
think he
motion to
knows
fall on
that.
the floor before he even contacted McTominay.
Yeah, that's not a penalty.
No one
I've
Leicester.
decided for him.
This Soyuncu guy is going to be worth like 40 million in 2 seasons or 60 million. He's a good player, Chowdhury, actually. Even though he got sent off for England in the under 21s, didn't he?
Did he?
Well, in New York in the World Cup.
The Euros, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you what?
He wants a.
Dishing out the sherbet lemons.
Oh yes, that was sherbet lemon.
Yeah, sure.
A stupendous
Better
confectionery.
than people eating sweets on microphones.
confection.
Stupendous
Would you like a sweet?
These are smarties indeed.
That's such a good clip. Can we get that off?
Can we get that clipped up, please?
A stupendous confectionery. What more, do you? I can't even
My
open it.
mouth is still fucking burning, by the way.
What? Would you like a sweetie? Indeed.
He's the weirdest man ever to exist, isn't he? Is that a joke, that persona that he does?
No, he's out. I can't believe he said that. He's just so weird, Chris Eubank. Did you see him on I'm a Celeb? He's like, I devised a way to walk backwards.
Have you ever seen that video where he's the sheriff?
Yeah.
In America, he's got that
It gives
leather
me, I
vest
believe
on.
they call it correction.
Chris Eubank. If anyone hasn't seen that video of him offering his son some Smarties on Celebrity Gogglebox.
His
Absolutely
son.
Fantastic.
Do you like his
Yeah.
son?
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
Chris Eubank Jr.
He's a world champion, mate.
I don't think he is anymore.
No, he's not a world champion.
Yeah, it's like when you're a president. If you're a president once, you're always a president. Was it? World champ boxing, mate.
Chris Eubank Jr.'s never been a world champion.
I don't think he has.
I think he probably has.
No, he hasn't.
Let's
Got
just
beaten
say-
by George Groves.
Oh, yeah.
And Billy
Joe Saunders.
Joe Saunders.
And Billy Ray Cyrus as well. That was one of its more embarrassing.
That
losses.
balance.
They are Smarties indeed.
Would you like a sweetie?
Oh, it's so good. Ashley Young here on the left. Dan James controls it with his hand, so if this goes in...
No end problem.
Apparently he speaks like that because he's got a lisp.
They don't know. I mean, he has got a lisp.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of people with lisps who don't talk like...
No, but
there's some like...
he's grown to speak like that to try and hide it.
All right.
You think?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Potentially. But,
Conspiracy
but you don't have to
theory.
wear a monocle to stop a lisp, do you?
He's thought to like counterbalance the fact that he had a lisp. He had to like overcompensate by being extremely like
I've been...
affluent.
It works for
Yeah.
him. He was definitely a world champion. Chris Eubank Sr.
He definitely was.
3 shots so far from United. Not great, really.
You, Junior.
Defensively, we've not gone wrong at all, I think.
No.
Then going forward, it's just been the, as you would like to say, the end product.
The end product. Leicester have been quite poor this first half, to be fair.
It's nice to see though that we do look quite strong defensively.
Yeah, we say that, but
That makes a change. Well, we have.
Oh, it's just as I say that, Damari Gray's in behind. Away by
Well,
Lindelof.
honestly, we've looked quite good defensively all season, haven't we? Really, compared to previous years.
just whenever Lindelof jumps up in the air, I guess.
Chowdhury, a bit of space.
That looked like a proper swinger.
De Gea takes it into his chest.
Got
there.
into half time, 1-0 up. Not much has happened in the game though.
Marcus' third of the season, is it?
Yeah.
In 5 games?
Yeah,
Is it still?
Yeah, he
he
scored
got
2
2
in the
against
opening.
Literally been.
not bad to say. everyone was
How many like, big chances has there been in this game? I feel like none.
Not really many.
hardly any.
Barely any.
Chilwell's has probably been Leicester's sloppy from Ashley Young shot. My man's telling me no. But Marty.
How long? Not long left in the half. 46-minute gone now. Do we know how long we've got in stoppage time?
It doesn't say. Poor broadcasting, to be honest. They
Yeah,
should
it's-
always show what
Premier Sports 1.
legal stream, by the way.
Legal.
We pay all out
Obviously.
for our legal stuff here at Studio 68.
We've imported this stream from, I don't know about that, from a foreign land.
How can there be this much added time in the first half?
I know there's usually like 1 minute, isn't
Well,
there?
there was that thing with Dan James. He was on the floor for like a couple minutes, and then there was that Sayocho, who was injured as well. Oh, it's 3-1.
J-Hub 3 Hubbard saying as well, Matic 30 plus passes,
That's
only
time.
one going forward. Half time there.
Go to the toilet.
Yeah, go for it.
Say, hey, read my mind.
No, you're going to go for
Everyone's
a wee
gone.
together. Lovely.
Well, let's just all leave, shall we?
Toilet
go on.
break.
We'll take this.
We'll take the reins.
Yeah, half time 1-0. How would you rate that first half?
You know what? Boring, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly. I think we've looked solid defensively again,
Oh.
as we see a replay of Matic accidentally slapping Maddison in the eyeballs.
Nate, who would win in a fight between Matic and Maddison?
Oh, obviously,
No
obviously
brainer.
Matic, innit? My mouth is still really hot after that hot sauce, you know.
I don't know how he did a spoonful.
He really, as much as he had a bit of a meltdown, he handled that quite well. I've got in the middle of my tongue there. There's a one little spot.
Yeah, blister.
That stays hot long after everything else. Do you know when I was at school? Do you ever have those toxic waste?
Yeah,
sleeves?
yeah.
I had too many of them. My tongue used to bleed there.
Yeah.
And ever since, it's a real sensitive spot, and it's still burning.
The
there.
amount of chemicals that you fucking get in those
Toxic waste.
toxic waste.
Yeah, they're
oh,
good,
what a
aren't
goal! Who scored that goal for? Oh wait,
That's tomorrow go for Chelsea.
that's a goal.
I would rate that first half as sort of a 6 out of 10. It's slightly boring, as we said.
they need to win though. They just
Yeah,
to get
the win is the most important thing. My worry is as the second half goes on, Leicester will push out and we might be exposed in that midfield a bit more. I think we need a second goal.
But catch them on the break is the kind
Yeah.
of style we are playing with though this season, which I think could play to our advantage. I don't even think Leicester have really got it going yet. That's the issue.
In the comments is here where it says 1-0 up, an improved midfield, a lot more fluid than Pogba, just lots of tackles and fouls that broke it up. I don't necessarily think we're more fluid than we are with Pogba. I think they look solid. Let us know in the comments what you thought to that first half. How would you rate that first half out of 10? We'll do a little around the ground, shall we? Because obviously none of these games are televised, so it's hard to know exactly all the scores sometimes. So Brighton and Burnley.
4-0 Spurs, man, at half time.
Yeah.
That's the big one today. Spurs 4-0 up at half time against Palace, and we
Yeah,
lost 2-1.
that's 2 goals from Heung-min Son, an own goal from Van Aanholt, and another goal
Lamella
from
scoring,
Lamella.
mate. Fucking hell.
Chelsea beating Wolves 3-0. We need to win today, don't we? You know, obviously we needed to win anyway, but with everyone else around us scoring
Yeah.
big goals and winning.
Spurs winning 4-0. I thought Spurs could really bottle it this season, but they're starting to slowly but surely
Yeah,
bring it together. I mean, they could have easily taken all 3 points in the
derby.
in the derby 2 weeks ago, or whatever it was.
yeah, they were better. They're better than us.
Got a point at City just because they flopped that game at home to Newcastle. They're a bit like us. They flop one game and everyone's like Spurs. They're not like.
And also, the Spurs ended poorly last season, the way United did as well. But it's not the same. Like
not.
people like to continue the records, like in the last 20 games, like that was 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Like, I know obviously they were the last games that United played and Spurs played as well. But this form this season should be isolated from that season.
Yeah, you can't carry
We ended
form.
that season knowing we weren't going to finish top 4. We ended that season after the highs of PSG that then completely collapsed.
Yeah.
That isn't the same mental state. That isn't the same team that ended last season as started this season. So I think it's slightly unfair on both teams.
They do need a win though to just quiet down the people who keep bringing
Oh,
up
yeah,
that
definitely.
stat. What's it? 3-9,
17 or
so it'll be
something
4 and
ridiculous.
18 now.
Yeah, I think to be honest, that stat might even be outdated. I think it might be 3 and 18 now.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, just not winning enough games. United at the moment, but obviously 1-0 at half time. Are you expecting more from Leicester in the first half? I was disappointed by Leicester there.
Yeah, I thought they'd make a game of it, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy to be 1-0 up at half time, so I'm not really complaining.
Jacob saying our midfield has been gash. I don't really know why. What makes you think that? Put a bit more description in the comment, because I think we've handled them
not
quite
going
well.
forward. Like
Yeah.
you know, it's that last pass to like pick the lock,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I think maybe going forward you could say they've not been great, but I think defensively they've looked solid. They haven't been overrun like a lot of people said they would be by this supposedly elite level Leicester midfield. I'm still expecting more from them in the second half. Would you give credit to United for how well we stifled Leicester? Or do you think they
started the game incredibly quickly, didn't we?
Yeah.
And just kind of took the wind out of their sails. They haven't really had a chance to get going. But that's the thing. I do think Leicester will have a spell in this game.
Yeah,
where they put us on the back foot.
Yeah, same with Wolves, wasn't it? This is what happened in the Wolves game. We started the game quite well. We scored the goal. Then in the second half, Wolves came out strongly. We didn't know how to deal with it. If Leicester come out strongly, will we see the same again? Hopefully not.
Jacob O.C. saying, I just think they're boring, mate.
Well,
I think he's referring to the midfield there.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong.
Sometimes you do have to play conservative when you're playing against, player for player. They do have a better midfield.
Like you said. We were evens for this game today. We have to consider this game to be a difficult game against a team that isn't dissimilar to us in terms of quality. We need to...
They have a better midfield than we do. That's for sure. I think if you look at the way that... if we're going to talk about the Wolves game, I think defensively we weren't as strong in our midfield, but with McTominay and Matic, I think they should be able to do better in that holding position.
4-0 Tottenham.
Yeah, Lamella. We just did a roundup.
Obviously, if Tottenham is scoring all them goals, it's just really typical.
We made a point when you were in the back.
Having Harry Kane.
He's not scored. We were saying as well, Spurs, everyone's writing off Spurs just after that Newcastle game. I think they've been pretty okay this season.
They drew against City, didn't they?
Drew against City. Could have easily taken points.
But when they drew against City, they were battered though.
Yeah, they were
still though. We were battered in Paris. Still came away with.
Talking about City as well, though, there's such a jump above everyone except Liverpool. I think if you're going to take any points away at City, you're probably going to get battered and play on the counter attack. So I wouldn't knock Tottenham for.
You're giving up the majority of possession.
If you took my phone out of the charger, you've got to just give me my phone back then. That's kind of come on now. Come.
Do you need your phone charging? There's a cable there.
What do you want to see?
Moisey and Kenny Cunningham. What a combo.
What do you want to see in the second half from United?
I'd like to see maybe 1 or 2 more goals, to be honest.
Yeah. How do you think we're going to get that?
I'd love to see Greenwood be brought on to stretch. This game is made for him because we've caught them on a break a few times. Just that last pass and the lack of pace comes to someone like Mata or Matic or even McTominay. Or Pereira, they're not particularly quick.
It might be the perfect time to try and funnel Pereira more into the middle of the field and then put Greenwood on the right.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know if you would take out Mata. I think he's been quite strong.
I think McTominay's been excellent today.
Yeah. Matic, I think, he was your player of the first half, wasn't he, Joe? I didn't think he was all right. But
let's have a look at this penalty again, actually. Does he not get a touch on the ball soon?
No. That was Rashford touching it when he goes...
Not this angle. You can't tell.
Slow it
this.
down.
See Rashford
it's clumsy.
It's this angle. Look, he doesn't touch it.
See Rashford
he does.
Rashford.
It's more foul still than getting the ball kind of thing.
Yeah. And even if he touches the ball a little
Marcus
bit...
took a hell of a roll as well.
Even besides, though, that penalty, I think, Dan James put in a couple of good crosses, but no one's been anticipating the ball. There's not been any chances besides that, really, for either team. So, you were saying if Leicester were to get into the game like Wolves, broke in that second half. Oh, yeah. Set the keeper the wrong, complete way. You say what you want about Rashford, still has so much confidence. Ice in his veins.
VAR, yes or no, actually?
Do I like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to get better at using it. It's like anything, isn't it? When a new... Even like when you get like a new phone or something, for the first few weeks, I don't know how to add my contacts from my SIM card and all that. That's what the refs are basically saying. I don't know how to... I don't know what to do. We're not... Give them a year...
Yeah, sure.
And we'll get used to it. We'll know what to do with it. I think there's been a load of mistakes so far.
Well, the issue is it's not being used at the appropriate times. It's not being used when there's calls that should be obviously made, like that Aston Villa game. Was it week 1 or week 2?
No, it was last week. With the Jack Grealish thing when he went down, he booked him for diving.
Yeah.
That was like 2 weeks ago.
Was that only the last game?
Yeah.
I'm not. Rob would know this.
Yeah,
he's
Rob
not in
would.
now. But it's not used enough in the proper circumstances, and then when it is used, I think it's used perfectly. So if anything, it's just got to be used more. But they got to hurry it up. They have to have the right calls. I think they've done that all the time. But
it may sound controversial, but
whoa, here we go.
I think everyone's
big Irishman.
Everyone's saying VAR is it's eliminating mistakes, and I actually missed that chance.
No, when was that?
But for every goal that your team concedes that shouldn't stand, geez, that really should have been 1-1. I didn't even see that.
James Maddison.
Good. Good save by De Gea.
Jeez.
Then. When was that? That must have been when our stream was. I mean, our
Buffering.
telly was being installed by the. Go on.
But for
Cam's
every
getting-
for every decision that goes against your team that VAR could fix, you're gonna it evens itself out. You're gonna get a decision.
Yeah, sometimes it does though, but sometimes it doesn't even itself out. Like I get the point that maybe over the season you like to think.
I'm
these
just playing
decisions
devil's advocate as
No,
well,
of
like,
course,
yeah.
I get that. I think over the season you like to think that things even themselves out, but you see it certain times. Certain teams seem to get more decisions consistently than other teams. So you just got to hope you're on the right side of things. Matic is trending on Twitter. A lot of people are having a go at him. I don't think he's been bad. People saying that he's been overran in the midfield. I don't think that's.
It's
I don't think that's
convenient
true.
to hate Matic.
It's easy to hate him. I think if you actually look at what he's done in this game, he hasn't been United's worst player. Maybe you could.
Marcus hasn't got on the ball a lot as well. I have to say.
And maybe you could blame the midfield for not getting the attacks created very effectively. But I wouldn't say when Matic is at his worst, he looks slow on the ball. He gives the ball away too much, and he gets and men are running past him. And I don't think we've seen that from him today. I think he's looked all right.
He's misplaced most of his passes, so I want to know how many passes he's actually completed.
30 passes, someone said in the comments, and only one going forward.
Really?
So
That's not good enough.
That's okay. That's fine though. He's in the holding position. Like,
You
I
still
don't
want to
really-
be distributing.
Yeah, you want. Yeah, of course, you want to still be pushing the ball up the field, but there's only so much you can do sometimes when you're that far back in the field.
I'm trying to find out when the Madison chance was.
Yeah, we didn't see
5
that.
minutes in, yeah.
5 minutes in. Yeah, that's when we were still dicking around trying to get.
It's probably
Trying to
people
get the game
fuming
on.
saying that there's not been that many chances, and there was that one.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I need to sneeze.
do you guys think that De Gea's deserving of a new contract,
Yeah,
being the highest paid player,
Probably,
Yeah,
yeah. He's been our best
probably.
player.
despite like his form recently?
Also,
It's like a thank you for what he's done.
Yeah, and also when you think people keep saying like, oh, they'd be better players for the way they want to play, goalies who are better with their feet that we could bring in. I don't trust the board to bring in a good player.
No.
Like we've proven over the last few seasons that we don't replace players well enough. So I'd rather keep someone that we know is, on his day the best goalie in the world, and even when he's not playing well, he's still.
A touch.
I
above
wouldn't
the
even be
rest,
surprised if we
almost.
sold him and then we'll just play Romero for the season because
I wouldn't hate that.
I wouldn't hate it, but it's like
You got Dean Henderson waiting.
we've had to sort of compromise and go with it for so many transfers. Like we got rid of Lukaku, Sanchez, Herrera, and we just haven't replaced them. Like why would we trust the board to replace De Gea? I'd much rather keep him than sort of have to put another transfer in their hands.
To be fair, though, they have done well in that fact that they tied down Dean Henderson to a new contract before him going long, because there was a lot of questions whether he'd even leave permanently, go back to Sheffield United. But I think it's near enough to say De Gea might stay for another season, and then with the new contract they might cash in, because it'll be pushing. I want to say it'll be pushing.
Yeah, I think it's 28, isn't it?
28, yeah. Because I
was
think
he
he's
on
19,
28?
yeah.
I thought he was actually a
He
bit
signed
older.
for United when he was what?
22?
Jesus.
21?
No, he's 20, I think.
It was 2011.
Check when he.
Was it
Mate, he was so
2011?
young. Yeah, mate, he was so young when he signed.
Well, that first season that he came in, he looked quite dodgy.
He was he was skinny.
Yeah, and he kept on diving to his feet, and we saw him always try to save with his feet.
He still
It
does that
just
today.
scare
That's why he gets
everyone.
beaten out.
Yeah, he signed for United 8 years ago. So yeah, he was 20 when he signed for United.
Jesus,
Or
man,
21
that's
maybe,
mad.
depending on what time of the year.
Fair
but-
play to him though, to come into a team like that after a rough start. The
Succeeding
biggest club in the
Van der
world.
Sar.
Yeah, succeeding Van der Sar, and then having a rough start, and then coming back to be.
Yeah, I think he deserves a big contract.
I called him the best goalkeeper in Premier League history,
Whoa.
which is a very controversial statement. But
Who
like,
would you say is the best goalkeeper in Premier League history? I personally think
Liverpool
it's between
fans are like, Alisson.
I think it's
Schmeichel
between
was-
Schmeichel and Petr Cech.
Schmeichel was just before my time. Like, obviously, you see, clips of how good Schmeichel was, but
Yeah.
for me, from what I've seen, that or Petr Cech for me. De Gea
Yeah,
or
I would say
Petr Cech.
Schmeichel and Petr Cech are the top
like
two.
the top
and
two.
Then,
Yeah.
Van der Sar, De Gea. And he gets a lot of stick now, but at the time, David Seaman was a world-class
No, David Seaman was.
goalkeeper in the late 90s.
Based on pure athletic ability, though, I'd probably say De Gea. De
Yeah, he's
Gea's
the best goal. He's the
Yeah.
best shot stopper
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Premier League or not.
I think probably in history, you're gonna have to peel back the years and go back to like Van der Sar. That 2007, 2008 year. Although we can say Vidic was great and that was his best season ever. Van der Sar also had one of his most impressive seasons.
Yeah,
that
he's
year as well, putting
amazing.
him in.
I think one thing with Van der Sar that you would maybe not put him quite, for me personally, I wouldn't put him quite as high as Schmeichel and Cech.
What was your first season of watching United?
The first game I ever went to was United away at Sheffield Wednesday in 1998.
Jesus, yeah, that's kind of peak.
And we lost 3-1.
Fucking hell, Jesus Christ.
What date?
I don't know. I'll have a look. But yeah, it was in Sheffield because I live in Worksop, which is like not far from Sheffield. But yeah, that was the first game I ever went to. So
Do you
I
guys
started
remember
watching
your first time ever watching United?
I don't remember watching. I think my first game was in like 2003 or 4. We flew over, and I think it was against, I want to say, either Southampton or Spurs.
Okay.
I think we drew 1-1 in both of them. And then the first one I remember really well is 06-07. We beat Portsmouth 3-0 at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Vidic,
September.
Ronaldo free kick and a Louis Saha penalty.
That free kick from Ronaldo was the best free kick.
It wasn't
of
even
all
that
time.
free kick. It
Oh,
was the
wasn't
season
that one?
before. No, it was
That's
a
what I'm
different one. He scored a free kick against Portsmouth the year before.
My first one was Arsenal and United in the FA Cup final 2005.
Seriously, you went
Yeah,
to that?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that was the day of my communion, actually.
I think you said the day of your community service. Yeah, the first game I ever went to was 2 months after Ronaldo was born.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, that was
Let's
it.
have a look at that United team. Neville, Irwin, both Nevilles, Stan
Look at that.
Beckham,
Stan Beckham, Cole
Blomqvist.
Blomqvist, Keane, Scholes, York, and they lost 3-1.
Ollie coming on the 83rd
And they got
minute, is it?
Wes Brown, Butt, Solskjaer, Henningberg.
Wim Jonk, what a name. Wim Jonk.
So yeah, the second half kicks off now. Look, I think we need to see more excitement and energy because we're going to see that same thing again.
Falling asleep first.
Exactly, we're going to see that same thing again where Leicester push on. We don't know what to do and we
Can you
concede.
please-
We need to avoid that.
Thank you.
What was giving you more of a headache, Kieran? Your hangover of that first half?
You know what? I'm at the point now where I don't even like. When you're not even tired, you got a headache, but you just feel a bit crummy.
Yeah.
You're just feeling.
We've got
crummy.
Jacob
It's
in the
like life
comments.
is lagging a little
His
bit.
first
Yeah.
game was the '94 FA Cup final, first televised game I ever watched. So 4 years before I started watching. It's pretty good.
What was the first season you remember really vividly?
I remember the 2002 season. I remember the Champions League final in '99. I was in my house
I don't
cheering
remember
for the
that.
winner.
I don't.
And next door neighbours were banging on the wall because we're being too loud.
Oh fuck! Right off.
I remember I went to the final game. Well, I don't know if it was the final game of the season. It was this year Arsenal won the league, and I was at Old Trafford, and on the game they won it when Silva and Will
Tort scored.
we clapped him off.
Oh, did you actually?
Respectful, yeah. Everyone did. It was quite good actually. But yeah, that's the first season I remember. Fully watching. So what would have been 9?
I think mine was like because
I'm not sure
the
that.
first kit I got was the 0304 black. The red one with black trim, the Vodafone one.
Yeah,
it's
that
kind of
was
synonymous
nice.
with like Van Nistelrooy and stuff.
Yes.
But the first season I properly like 0405 I started watching same enough, but 0607 for me when I was like
Yeah.
9-10 is when I really just
Do you remember the Korean World Cup 2002?
no Germany 06 was my first World Cup that I sat down and
Was
watched
it?
religiously. Like that I remember used to buy. Did you ever buy Match magazine?
Yeah.
And they used to have like the pages in there where you could just cut out posters.
Yeah.
And like literally pages you just stick on your wall.
Stick
like,
on the
cut
wall.
it up so shittly. But I'd
Yeah.
have like 06 Aruna Kone on my wall because why not? Like?
Aruna Kone.
Yeah, it used to be good that getting the magazines and everything and getting the little stickers and the
Or the big map of the tournament.
yes.
you'd
Oh,
put on your wall
I
there.
got one this time.
And-
I get it. I got it for the World Cup.
and you'd fill
The
in
wall
2
chart,
scores.
Fill in, you forget
yeah.
after that. I used to be obsessed with like fountain pens.
Yeah.
So I'd be
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna get my fountain pen. I'm gonna fill in my wall chart.
Go
And
on,
then after
spin.
2 games, like England have lost.
Yeah, fuck
Secretly,
that,
that's
man.
why.
Mum, will you take the wall
Suicide
chart down?
about
It's making me feel
fountain
sad.
I could swear I actually had one for the World Cup in 06.
I had
One of
won
those.
this World Cup and I actually did fill the whole thing in.
Me and Ronaldo have a
Wow.
similar-
Ball over the top.
Oh, who's that Madison there breaking through? Well shepherded by Wan-Bissaka. The ball was just in front
Tahir
of Madison.
comforting his future
One ball over
CM.
the top. Fucking hell.
It was a brilliant pass though, to be fair.
Wan-Bissaka
Just too long for
just
him.
doing enough to put him off. I think.
Easing him out though.
Yeah, just like I said, just easing him
throw right there.
with that shoulder
Jeez.
in the back.
Me and Ronaldo have a similar memory of a 2006 World Cup and that Portugal-England penalty shootout.
Yeah.
I was on a plane to Portugal.
That was the last time I
Really?
supported England.
My parents were.
Were you the
cry my
24th man in the England squad?
My parents were actually in Portugal when they won the Euros. They said it was fucking scenes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd have been good.
It seems to be being like it's synonymous to me being abroad from when the Euros are on.
I was in France when they got to the semi-final this time.
Oh, really?
For the World Cup. That was pretty good. I was in France, but like in Toulouse, which is like quite a Spanish
Yes, the southern
contingency of France when Spain won the Euros, and that was pretty good. People going around with the flags on the cars and just so much beeping horns.
Fuck off, man.
I was in France
Have
when
a beer, lads.
I was actually in Disneyland Paris when it was the Colombia England penalty shootout.
Were you watching the game?
Yeah, there was like a sports bar in like the Disney Village.
Just
area.
got a stream on
And
your
it was
phone as you go around the Tower of
it was
Terror.
a massive screen, and it was like 95% Colombian fans, 5% English
What, in
fans.
Paris?
Oh,
Yeah, in Paris.
Maguire's been
Disney
dispossessed
World.
there by Vardy.
Disneyland,
Ooh,
excuse me, not
fucking
Disney
hell,
World.
we're on the back foot at the start of
Yeah,
this.
we are. This is what I was like.
Literally
This was the
no-
worry that they come out strong because they know we're going to struggle to keep the ball.
Carbon copy Wolves.
Yeah, Maguire got done there a little bit.
We come out of like sloppy to second halves too often this season.
He doesn't do too much wrong, really.
No, he doesn't.
I'm saying what's Ollie saying at half
I
time?
don't know.
Don't lose the fucking game.
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm as scared as you are, lads. That's what he says. Good interception there by Lindelof.
Ooh, a bit
Matic.
risky.
Play the pass right there.
It's almost like, I don't know, we do this and we get lulled into this false sense of security, and then when
Lovely
they
from
start...
Dan James.
Smash
Spend
that.
one.
Oh, what a goal that would have been.
Whip one over the top
Oh,
again.
what are you looking at? Going, well, what? Mate, you're fucking shit, man. You lot are crap. Don't zoom in on me. Don't zoom in on me.
Don't zoom in on me.
He's doing this again. He started doing this when I was eating a McFlurry last time.
He's
That's on the internet
staring right
forever
in your
now.
eyes.
It's like an ASMR or something like that.
Oh, that'd be nice. You eating a McFlurry.
He's just jealous.
Good,
You were doing the ASMR
That's what we
when you
need, though.
breathe
Some
in.
Yeah,
energy,
mate.
some intensity.
I was
there
just
from
zoning out and I was like,
James.
It's alright, Cam.
I didn't even realize I was breathing heavily. Apparently, I was slurping as well. Everyone was like, "Oh, he's ready to." He's actually fixed the camera right on me as well.
You look nice.
Well, an
though. You don't
absolute
look bad.
knob. Oh, I'm feeling a bit. I
I think you look good.
You look
Stubble.
alright.
I've shaved the stubble a bit. I've got
Have
a
you?
big
You
snot
just-
on my nose
Look
there.
at that little. You know what? You got that jawline coming in a bit.
Yeah, 2019 jawline popping in. I think we need to use. It's like we need to use Leicester's energy to sort of pick up our own. I don't. It seems weird. It seems like a reactionary start from United in the second half. We started slowly, and only now that they've started making chances, we've sort of kicked into gear. But yeah, I don't understand why it has to be like this every game.
Dan James, though, like
He's our best
whatever
player.
about his end product, what people may say, or what Stephen Howson may say, his speed is just such an asset, isn't it?
Yeah,
It
really
is.
And that work rate and the willingness to get to the ball first and his energy and
Yeah.
And his finishing. That's what I mean. Like, don't even.
Oh, lovely,
forget about
lovely
that.
pass.
Matic sort of. Who's that on the right there?
Pereira.
Pereira's too slow, isn't it?
It is.
Matic to Pereira.
Look,
Neither
now
of
we're
them
going
have got the
backwards
legs.
again.
Neither of them have got any legs on them. Got no legs.
You got no veins.
You got no friends.
I don't know what's
Wan
happening
Bissaka
here.
on the right. Mata on
Producer-
the inside the box. Oh, great save by Schmeichel then.
Why have you got
And the
two?
follow-up shot from Pereira. That was weak.
Could Matter have squared it there?
What are you
I don't
doing?
know what's going on here.
What are you doing?
No, we don't want
now
two
that's
games.
directly in front of the one behind it.
This is like
We've got
watching a
producer
different
Cameron
game.
here who thinks is an absolute laugh by
Big
putting
old
two
big
screens
man
on in front of
producer
each
over
other with different shots of the game on. One that's a few seconds in front of the other one.
Go back to
We need
watching
to
the
be.
Chelsea
We need
game,
to be watching the game. Oh no, this is ridiculous. Turn that telly off now.
because it's like 30 seconds ahead. Almost. full
Excellent
minute.
choice of legal stream, by the way.
Totally legal.
Oh, hello.
Hello,
Actually, no,
boys.
keep that screen on.
When you put this one on, that one starts buffering. So can we just turn this one off?
Oh fuck, he's got.
Yeah, but it happened to
you're
do
watching
it
the
when you were
Chelsea
putting
game
this
now.
extra one on.
He's put the Chelsea game on here as well.
Yeah, we don't
no.
want.
Oh,
turned off
absolute
the
shout!
TV.
You've been absolutely
There we
shut
go.
down.
Why now, though?
To be fair, this stream is a fair bit behind, but still,
Perfectly legal stream.
It's all we've
perfectly
got. It's all we've got,
legal
lads.
stream. Like the video, please, everyone.
Yeah, please like the video. We're desperate.
I didn't do that. The bomb hot shot for no reason.
Yeah,
guys.
come on, like the video.
And then, well, Joe then tried to follow it up.
I just tasted the tiniest
100
bit.
likes.
You barely had any.
100 likes and Damien does it well.
There's no way I'm doing another look at that for 100 likes, man.
He downs the whole bottle.
Oh, ball.
200 likes and I'll down the whole bottle.
There's
No,
no
I'm
way.
joking, there's no way.
I mean, luckily for you, there's no way we're getting 200 likes either. But I'd love it if we did.
You know what? When there's a will, there's a way.
Would you down the whole bottle for 200 likes?
No, probably for 500 likes I would.
Why?
Producer Cam's got the TV back on.
He's
for
got the Chelsea game
Wolves
going.
We have
So
got we've still got
distracting.
the United game on as well.
This is ridiculous.
Can you even see
Chelsea
the United
fans
game
are
now?
like the worst, aren't they?
To be fair, Wolves do better against bottom 6 sides.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
And that's why we beat you 4-0.
Top 6
He's a
sides.
mile offside there. You could see that. United slowly, but Leicester on the break here. Damari Gray. Oh, lovely from Harry Maguire.
Damari Gray
Interception
blazing
right
in
there.
behind.
Good tackle.
Buffering
by
because
the
of
player, we don't know
that.
What's going on?
It is science, mate.
Turn off the stream, please.
Right.
Good defending by Harry Maguire
I
there.
understand why.
Brilliant.
Why we're going to care about.
Foot on the ball. Look at him. Commanding.
Yeah, he's a knob, isn't he?
No one wants that.
Tammy Abraham for
So
a
United have
hat-trick.
just stepped up slightly there, but again, Pereira just... That wasn't Pereira.
that a hat-trick? Fucking fantasy football, man.
Doing
Top
bits.
scorer in the Premier League.
Same,
now,
bro.
Tammy Abraham.
Same here, bro. I'm top scorer in the Prem.
Oh, wait.
For fuck's
I'm
sake.
playing my mate. Oh, fuck's sake.
Frank Lampard. He's going to be on the Jaeger bombs tonight after this one, isn't he? Cool.
All right.
Free kick outside the box. I mean, I think people are ahead of us on the stream, to be honest. As is the case every time you see goals and stuff going in before we've even seen it. Are you, what's your prediction for this game now?
My prediction, I'm just fucking devastated. The guy I'm playing in fantasy football is Tammy and his team, and they're just giving me
this is
grief
it.
for it.
Here's that free kick. That
free
we-
I'm
kick
looking
from
at
Madison.
Madison. You right now.
1-1.
Do you think?
Yeah.
God, you're really excited and optimistic for this one, eh?
Honestly, it's just realistic.
I know what you mean, though.
It's realistic.
Yeah, it just feels like that, doesn't it? That's how it's been all season.
See, the
I say all
reason
season. There's only been 4 games, so
the reason why though is because it's been like this, where the first half's better than always in the second half, and
Yeah.
we start the second half like we have now, and then we slowly let the opposition into the game, and it could be a fantastic goal that we let in, like the Ruben
Wolves.
Neves goal, which was unbelievable. But then you look at what we're doing right now against Leicester, and we're not attacking, we're not doing much pressing like we were in the first half. It's only 10 minutes into the game right now, but look at that free kick that we just gave away. But that's because we let up a little bit. We're taking the foot off the pedal. Maddison had a great chance earlier. If it wasn't for Wan-Bissaka and his great positioning, that would have been another great chance for Maddison. And it's not me being negative. I just think there's not enough right there in the midfield to hold the ball. There's not really much pace going forward besides Dan James. I think Rashford's not really had much on the ball.
yeah,
this half.
that is something we've struggled with, isn't it? When the opposition starts to put that pressure on, the fact that our midfield and our team can't hold the ball.
that was close right there.
The fact that our team can't really hold the ball very well when we're sort of backs against the wall, that does sort of show itself usually in this time just after half time when teams start to put pressure on, and that is a bit of a worry, isn't it, going forward? That how do we stop this happening every single game?
Sure, and it does happen. I mean,
close
we can
was
say
this?
it's only happened for the last 4 games, but that's 5 games total
Yeah.
in the season. And this
So to be fair, it didn't happen against Chelsea. Obviously, we pushed on in the second half and
Sure.
played even better. But it happened against Wolves. It happened against Southampton, and it's despite Leicester haven't scored, but it's sort of the same pattern is happening now, where second half we seem to drop off and they've got a bit more intensity.
McTominay carrying the ball up the field.
He had to
James
James
keeps it
pace
in.
to bail him out
Kept
there.
it in there.
So
No,
well
you
though,
get a
Dan
free
James,
kick.
for the price that we've gotten him and the amount of pressure that he's just taken on is
Yeah.
impressive.
far, I can't lie.
Even in this game, I think he's been one of the only brighter players, I think, to get forward. And if I'm not trying to say this in a sly way against United, but comparatively, if you put Dan James in, any of the other like top 4 teams, I think with the balls that he's putting in, with the players who can anticipate,
Yeah.
like someone like Sergio Aguero
Or Kane.
or Kane, especially Kane, like a goal poacher almost. It's a good whip ball in. Harry
Maguire there winning the header.
They've been doing that all season, United. The floated cross is literally just trying to find Maguire to
No
knock it
one's
down.
really looking for seconds, though.
No. True. The stream has like changed itself again.
There we go.
The legal stream has changed itself again.
Gotta miss.
To my left, your right. That's what you were like in end to end.
We've literally gone back 2 minutes now.
This is Patrick. My left, your right.
This is a
That's a
worse.
stupendous video.
Yeah, we've gone.
Jesus
way
practice
further
this
behind.
Oh mate,
It's been a
I've
difficult.
always been good at
It's been a
impressions.
tough watch, hasn't it? Let's face
It's
it.
been a very tough watch.
Let's go have a look at the other scores then. Tottenham still winning 4-0. Chelsea winning 4-0. Brighton have scored against Burnley. And Sheffield United still 0-0.
Tammy Abraham
against
hat-trick
Southampton.
is the I think will be the story of the day. 4-0 Chelsea away at Wolves is a
Well, apparently he was
That's a-
getting racially abused on the pitch today by the Wolves fans. Tammy Abraham.
What, that happens in England as well?
Yeah, man.
Crazy.
That's Wolves though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Wolves.
I'm not
I
surprised.
live with a Wolves fan.
Is he
Oh, I'm
racist?
Don't know. Doesn't seem to be.
Doesn't like the Irish.
Normally
He's,
Chelsea.
he's ginger, so like he doesn't really have a leg to stand
He
on.
doesn't have
He
a
starts
comeback.
making up, like he's gonna play the ginger card.
Yeah.
No offense to gingers out there, but come on, you can't be giving
Yeah, no
racial
soul.
abuses, especially if you're ginger.
Well, going back to the midfield talk earlier, you know how we were talking about Pogba having, almost too much pressure? Did we rely on him too much? That really comes from the fact that everyone else that he's playing alongside, whether that's McTominay or Matic or even Lingard when he's played ahead of him, they just can't play with the ball at their feet.
No.
Pogba's really the only one, and that's why, he does get dispossessed so many times. He wins back possession as well. But by far, he's the most talented midfielder we have. Which,
Yeah, definitely. And that just means that we rely on him because of that. But that's not his fault, is it?
No, I mean, but if you bring someone like Maddison in, he probably isn't, might not be the top 10 midfielders in the league, but compared to what we have now, he'd be an amazing addition. You've seen the runs that he's making in this game. So imagine if we can put him into that number 10 role.
Oh, here we go. You know what this game reminds me of?
What does it remind you of, Kieran?
The Wolves game last season.
Reminds me of a hot bath.
A hot bath.
A lovely hot bath with plenty of
Because he took
bubbles.
the hot shot.
What does it remind you of? The Wolves game last season?
Yeah, for some reason.
It reminds me of the Wolves games from this season.
There's been chances.
We've missed Anthony Martial as well.
Yeah, we
today.
have. We need, and Mason needs to come on, I think, in the next 5.
Also,
5-10
we
minutes.
need to just accept that we're not that good.
No.
We're not
I've
just going
accepted
to
that.
win
is probably a
games.
good starting point.
We're not going to win games easily against anyone sort of top half. And even the teams in the bottom half we struggle against. Player for player, our team isn't that good. So we're not going to make 15 chances against Leicester, I don't think, because they're almost as good as we are. This is the sort of, maybe this is the only way we can beat them.
Pereira just give
It's
the ball
going to be in
away
a
right
tough,
there.
close game.
Oh, here we go. Look at the blue shirts forward here.
See, look,
Nah,
yeah.
don't let him shoot here.
Damari Gray's got
Dangerous
a good,
long range.
Do you remember his goal at Old Trafford?
Oh, yeah, he scored a screamer.
Screamer.
Fucking top bins, yeah. He's only 21, I think, as well, isn't he? Damari Gray.
Around my age, 22-ish.
Did he come through the academy, or did they get him
Birmingham Academy.
from Birmingham? Was it?
Yeah.
Birmingham.
Birmingham.
High order the Peaky Blinders.
Zole's scared to make subs. He has been quite steady with his subs, hasn't he? I don't know if obviously he's not scared to make subs, but I think he's not. He doesn't seem the type to sort of bring 2 people off at half time if we're not playing well, does he? He
But
likes
maybe
to-
that's something that he's got to start doing if he
Yeah.
notices that something's not good. Although it might disrupt the team, playing completely differently with, if we were to take Matic out and put in, like Fred, that's obviously more of an attacking team from the get-go. But maybe that's needed. Maybe more people talk about Solskjaer not being ruthless, but, look how much Deadwood.
Oh, that was a hell of a ball into the middle. Jesus!
There's nowhere there.
He's giving a
Leicester
free kick,
got
has
the
he?
ball in the
He's
box.
giving a free kick.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe that's something that he needs to do.
United need a second here. Stating the obvious, as per I know.
Pereira needs to come off for Greenwood. I think that's
That's a
I
hell
don't
of
know
a
though
ball.
because that's a very attacking substitution.
but Pereira's done
Greenwood
nothing
out.
going forward so far.
But has
this
he
half.
done more defensively than Greenwood can offer?
Looking at the stats here,
Yeah, Leicester had 4 shots.
more
since
passing
Leicester
accuracy
looked
than
at
us now. We were saying 58% in the first, whatever
Yeah.
it was, 10 minutes. Key passes. We're still
more corners than United.
look at the battles there like that. Who was that? McTominay getting
And
this?
it's just all
Pereira
Leicester now.
again.
It's
Yeah, he's not been
constant
great. Pereira.
barrage of pressure from Leicester here. United we need to change. Something needs to change it, doesn't it? We need to take someone off. We need to try and change something because it's the exact same pattern that we were talking about before half time.
Yeah.
How can we predict this is going to happen and then it happens?
Sure.
Surely surely the coaches and the
Good luck
players
smashing
know
it.
that this sort of thing can happen, and it's just happening again.
As bad as we may be, we just can't be getting dominated at home to Leicester City like
we're
this.
going to concede at some point,
Yeah.
as we have done in the other games. It's just the same formula.
Why is
happening again
boycott
in front of our eyes.
Sorry, change the subject. Why is hashtag boycott Weatherspoons trending in the UK?
Because the owner of Weatherspoons blamed.
Oh, great.
Harry.
from
The owner of
Blair.
Weatherspoons blamed Remain voters for the reason why no one's going to his pubs anymore.
Everyone with spoons is always out the door. Matter.
Foul.
Yeah,
It's a foul on
Buster
Matter there. I assume it's a foul.
It's Buffett.
But the stream stopped. Yeah, boycott Weatherspoons. Yeah, no foul given.
What?
Of course. It's one of them. This is just going to happen, isn't it? Everything's going to go the certain way that it has to for Leicester to score. You can just see it. Fouls not being given, little things here and there. They're going to score in the next 10 minutes. I'd absolutely love it if we got a counter attack.
I thought you were going to say, I would love it if we beat
I
them.
I would love it if we beat them.
Love it.
It's just difficult to watch, innit? Knowing it's the same thing over and over again. Crazy.
Because something happened in this game, please.
Well, there is stuff happening.
Speeding up a little bit, but-
Unfortunately, it's just Leicester attacking United. We've hardly had the ball in the second half.
It's not much. I don't think there's much confidence in our play either. And especially while we're playing at home, I don't think. You were talking about how we are one of the weaker sides, sure, but I think even if you look at last year,
Excellent from Wan-Bissaka there.
Wan-Bissaka is just brilliant. It's just so good.
Should he be first choice England right back?
I think
It is an
depends-
interesting
It
debate.
depends who we're playing against. I think if we're playing against the top teams that we know we're not going to have much possession against, like Spain, Belgium, France, Brazil, those kind of teams. I think defensively he's England's best option. I think against the smaller teams where you might need someone to put those crosses into to Kane, I think maybe you would go with Trent in those.
Yeah.
Games. But I
Kyle
think
Walker
certainly
should
against the
not
top
be in
teams.
there. Kyle Walker should.
I think Kyle Walker's been quality for City this season.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I think he's a bit underrated. Kyle Walker. He's been just slagged off so much his whole career, and yet he's been.
He's just been
Yeah,
told.
His whole career, it's
You're a
true.
pace and power merchant.
Yeah.
That's it.
He always gets stick. Kyle Walker. He always did for England. And I think he's been good.
Lovely bit of play. there
Tielemans
from-
there, just
Tielemans a good
rinsing
player.
Matic.
Let's have a look what they're saying on the on the socials. Jacob OC on Twitter. Ollie scared to make subs? ? I don't think so, but I think
Well,
we'll definitely see one in the next 5 minutes.
Ball there.
Oh, that's good defending.
what I'm going to say about Ollie is I'm seeing too many lackadaisical starts to the second half.
Yeah.
United. So what does that say about what you said?
Lackadaisical, that's a great word.
Man United media
Oh.
on Twitter saying
I'm
that
applauding that.
Solskjaer.
Not saying that in the
Zero
condescending
game
way.
management,
That's the perfect
awfully
way to
frustrating
describe
to
it.
watch.
Especially like
just flawed.
Pereira as well. Pereira even Matic is a bit like.
I will say though
It's
about
lazy.
Ollie though, I do wish he would make subs earlier in games sometimes. I feel he leaves it too late to introduce players like, and I'm not going to say players like Greenwood are going to turn the game
But that's
instantaneously,
the
but
problem
you would
he
like
has,
to
though,
give
isn't
them
it?
20
There
minutes.
aren't many options to bring on. Like, is Greenwood? Is he better just coming on for 5 or 6 minutes or 10 minutes? Has he got a better chance of doing something
Stretch
in
the
that
defense
time?
more than someone like Pereira will.
Yeah, but are we trying to stretch the defense?
Look,
Are we trying
Pereira
to stop
losing
them?
the challenge there again, man. He's been really. Oh, actually, you'll get the shout,
Give him
man.
a shout, man.
I think he was waiting for the shout there. And we've got Simon Stone as well on Twitter. He said, United need to change the flow of this game quickly. Only team likely to score at the moment, and they are not it. Only one team likely to score at the moment, and they are not
United
it.
have
That's
to win
just what
today.
we've been saying, isn't it? It's the same. It's what we predicted before the end of the half, before, and then it's happening now, just like we thought. Yeah, something needs to change, doesn't it? Whether that's a change.
Matic is coming off, by the way.
Did
for
you?
Fred.
Is he?
Yeah.
Did you watch the City Tottenham game?
Yeah.
The amount of times both teams changed their tactics as the game went on, and same with the Tottenham Arsenal game. Not even subs, but clearly different formations,
Yeah.
different tactics, players moving around. You don't see that as much from United. It seems to be a bit
One-minded.
more of a fixed setup that
Like ram it
only
until
gets
it
changed by
works
personnel.
kind of thing.
Yeah, I think-
Which that it doesn't work against teams who also sit back. 'Cause I think one of Ollie's greatest tactics so far is like counter-attacking, which is very much United's play. But then when we're playing someone, we played Southampton. Though that was a team that sat back. We played a team like Wolves. That was a team that sat back, and that's the reason why, when we go forward, I think we're not confident because I think a lot of these players are so used to waiting for the opposition to counter. Not for the opposition to counter, for the opportunity to counter. I think when you start someone like Matic, who's just come off now from
Yeah.
Fred, I think he he negatively affects the offense going forward.
I think he looked good in the first half, honestly. But this second half, as United have struggled to keep the ball and to play out from the back, he's looked slow. And who was it before? Tielemans, who just chipped the ball over his head and ran past him.
Tahith Chong's coming on for Juan Mata.
Interesting. I would have brought on Greenwood, but
So that means we're either going to be
I
seeing.
think Chong's more of a
Greenwood
natural
or
winger, though,
Gomez.
isn't he?
yeah,
Chong's used to getting the crosses in and getting the ball in the box a bit more than.
Well, this is what I
Greenwood.
was saying at the second half. Maybe it's time to bring Pereira into the middle.
Wolves scored. Cam, have they?
No,
Who scored?
Jimenez.
Who? Sice. Who got the assist?
Who the hell's Sice?
Yeah,
That's a booking.
I think he might have scored last week as well. Yeah, he did it, Everton. Corner. Oh, mate. Suspect goalkeeper from Kepa. So Chelsea's clean sheet is gone.
United, some sort of. Seems to be some Chong just reading his homework before he goes
Yeah,
on
just
the
doing
pitch
his
there.
homework. He's cramming for an exam.
So wait. Tahith Chong
Just having one quick look at his notes before he goes in the exam room there, Chong.
Tahith Chong ahead of Greenwood.
What do you reckon he's looking at right there?
I reckon he's
It just says score goal on it.
What right there?
just a picture of a pitch with a net
Reading
on.
it over and over again.
Say,
Score
look,
goal,
the
score
net,
goal,
the net
score
look
goal.
at the end. It's at the end.
Was it
Pass
that
forward.
famous
All right, put it in
zoom in
there.
of Paul Ince's notes when he was at Blackburn? He has the paper in his hand, and it's like just an arrow to the goal. It's like kick in goal. It's just like the most Paul Ince thing you've ever
An
heard.
arrow to the goal. That is good, isn't it? Yeah. I think hopefully it's a bit more.
Scientific and tactical.
Hopefully, you'd like to think.
You'd
so,
hope
wouldn't you?
so,
But
wouldn't you?
surely you should know
Statistic-based,
before
yeah.
2
Nowadays.
seconds before he's going on the pitch. You shouldn't have to be looking at his notes
Oh, you
before
see,
he goes on the
Mata's just
pitch.
not good on the ball there at all.
I don't know how it works. Maybe.
Oh, Young doing another Cruyff turn.
loves a Cruyff
Stephen
turn.
Howson is absolutely turning in his
score
grave.
again.
Turning in his grave.
Well, he's not dead, but he
Jesus.
will be after seeing that.
It's not dead.
Oh, what is Dan James pulled up or not?
No,
Matt?
that's-
See, look, how is he not given a free kick for that? That was before, wasn't it, when they just let him play on? Like, just step straight across him, arm in his neck, arm in his elbow.
Indeed,
in
he
his
is
throat.
such.
You
a-
said
just a-
Mata
Is that a
for...
foul?
That was a foul. Yeah, of course it's a
think
foul.
Damien said Mata for Fred about an hour ago.
Yeah, I thought he said. No, he said Mata for Chong.
Yeah, Matic for John.
Oh, Chong hasn't
Matic
come on
came
yet.
off.
So
for
is
Fred.
that how far behind we are?
I don't
No,
know,
just
5
that sub
minutes.
hasn't happened because Chong's been doing his homework, hasn't he? Chong's been reading his notes before he goes in the exam, like we said.
Oh, you'd love a Chong goal here, wouldn't you?
He's hiding the notes paper. in
Then
his hair.
it's got to be Pereira for Greenwood next.
Yeah.
Book it. If I get it wrong, one of you take a shot.
One of us.
There we go.
Well, yeah. If,
Oh,
if he gets it
big
wrong,
man.
we have to take a shot. That's fair.
Mate, you've got the Jamaican blood. You should be loving like spicy food. Scotch bonnet as well.
Let's start with this one.
That's not too bad. Me
The
and Cam
Jamaican
did that.
Scotch bonnet. That's a classic. And what's this one? Has anyone even tried this one? Is this one
No,
hot?
that looks a bit babyish
crushed
though.
red pepper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I don't
doesn't-
even name the pepper. It's just red pepper.
It's not particularly spicy.
Hot red pepper.
Product
finest
of Jamaica again.
They know the hot sauces. Give them that. Very nice. Where's the bomb from? That's got to be American.
It's
hasn't
got to
it?
be American, man.
Da bomb.
Isn't it?
Ghost chili.
Ghost chili, man.
Ghost
It's the
chili.
bomb.
Da bomb.
The
Why is
bomb.
Damien attempted to put an American accent?
When
I know,
he's
he does it all the
American.
time. It's so annoying. Comes in
When
he's-
you're American.
He's from fucking
doesn't
Middlesbrough.
sound
He was
the
born.
same,
He was
though.
born, and he's lived in Middlesbrough his whole life, and he speaks with an American.
Oh
accent.
wait,
Middlesbrough.
De Gea getting clipped there by shithouse Vardy.
There's not much on it, really, was there?
No.
Got Vardy, man. Just looks like you. If he was just on the street, like in normal clothes, you'd think he was a
That's what-
crackhead, bro.
Yeah, probably. Or you would have think
he
he's
walks
he's
with that,
fleeced
like-
your local
he's got
Morrison's.
that,
Like,
yeah.
a guy who knocks on your door and says, "Do you want to buy some Air Links? 50p you can." Genuine stuff, mate.
Selling chewing gums, mate.
genuine.
New nicks to order, like.
What are we doing there?
Yeah, he nicks flowers and tries to sell it to kids. Buy these.
And he
You're
got
looking for
quick
the
from just
DVD
running
player,
down the road
mate.
From security.
Is he from Yorkshire? Is he? Yorkshire. I said that very English.
Is he from Yorkshire?
Is he from
I
Yorkshire?
don't know where he's from.
89 watching. Smash the like button. Get us to 100 likes. Come on. I'm a bit hungover. He's had the hot sauce. We're all a bit
We're all
fragile today.
over the place.
I'm alright. Don't lump me in with you.
You've been
unprofessional
drinking
wankers.
your coffee. You're all
Yeah, I've been
zesty.
drinking coffee. I'm all jumped up, hyped up.
I have had a monster, so I'm a bit.
I've been drinking my coffee too out of my Stretford Paddock mug.
It's full time devil.
Not very discreet. Are you?
I mean, the game's gone a bit slow again, hasn't it? But I think that might not be too much of a bad thing, considering that Leicester were all over us about 5 minutes ago.
I knew they'd have a spell in the game. To be fair,
Yeah. They didn't make too many chances during that spell, but we need something more from United. We're going to see if United. I try not to go on that page because if United score, it'll be on there before we see it. It auto updates, I think. Go on, lad.
Rashford's winning back.
Fred winning the ball
Sorry.
high up there. Pulls it back to Pereira into the box. Poor touch.
Oh,
James slices it over with his left foot. That's a poor touch from Pereira. He should have taken a touch and had a shot.
James has now gone to the right side. And
Chong's on the left.
yeah.
Great tackle by Fred there. Threadbare. Like United's midfield.
What is that?
Yeah, that's a poor touch. Poor. Very poor.
Poor.
First time United have had a shot in first one I can think of in
It's
the second
been
half.
84 years.
I know. I can't think of another shot we've had in the second half. Maybe we have had one.
No, I don't think we have. There just hasn't been that much movement going forward,
no.
honestly. In that final third, I can't really think of how many times we've kept the ball there for longer than 10 seconds.
No, it's not been good, has it?
Now, is that a credit more to Leicester, or is that,
Fred's look.
Fred is always sharp.
Go on,
sometimes
Andres,
a bit
keep the
too
ball, keep
sharp
the
to
ball.
the point where.
nice.
Okay
man,
then.
There we go.
Oh, Chong absolutely taking the sting out
This
of
is
that.
what I don't like when about certain young players when they come on.
Oh.
They play so nervous. Like
Yeah.
he's under 21s, under 18s. What's he doing? He's taking. He's gonna drive with it, try something, but he's thinking, "Oh, I don't want to give the ball away." I don't want to
Yeah,
give
he
the ball
doesn't
away,
want to
you
mess
know?
up. Yeah.
And then you end up messing up that way.
Yeah.
Got to be more relaxed, man.
He just loves zooming in on people's faces today. He must be bored.
They actually are, man.
Ashley Young.
They've been fine over there.
2v1. Just chips it out.
Skate dog.
He's on a
Wins a free kick though, bless him. Is it himself?
Yeah, very funny. I've got nothing to say.
We got on here.
I've got nothing to say, really.
Scott McTominay.
There we go.
Completed the most take-ons for Man United.
It's not that funny. I just hit the mic.
No, it's hilarious. That is. Ashley Young's created the
his
most
reaction to
chances
it.
in the United shirt. Apparently, he's created 2 chances. Which
Maguire,
is,
Daniel Brown,
let's say,
Maguire, man of the
tons.
match by a mile. I wouldn't say that, to be honest.
Daniel Brown
Daniel Brown, yeah. That's his
with
name.
an E on the end though.
With an E on the end.
changes everything.
Like, it does actually, doesn't it?
It's the whole
Imagine
game.
someone like brown sauce. Imagine
Yeah.
brown sauce with an E in the end of brown.
This wouldn't be the same, would it?
It's called brown sauce because it's brown though, isn't it? It's not someone's surname.
What is? I love brown sauce, but what exactly is in it?
Fruit, onion,
Is it really?
onion and shit. Yeah.
Oh, is there another goal?
What
Is
are
there?
you
is
showing
there-
us,
Don't
Cam?
tell me it's another goal.
We don't care. Chelsea have beaten Wolves. That's
Tammy Abraham with the 4th?
That's it, innit?
Oh, he's injured. Thanks.
Tammy Abraham's injured. Okay, yeah, shows that. No,
Not
he's
another
not.
goal.
I hope he ain't injured.
The name's definitely not Tammy as well. Probably like Tammy was saying
Tommy.
Ike.
Would you rather bring Mason
Don't
on for the
clip
goal
that.
threat or Angel for the minutes and be more creative?
Huh?
What would you rather? Would you rather bring Mason on for the goal threat or Angel Gomez
It's gonna be
for
Tammy
the
Watt
more creative?
Probably Mason, just given the fact that Angel really hasn't had a lot of first team action and maybe throwing him in here in a game like this. I think this coming week is the Europa League campaign
Thursday.
starts at home to Astana. I say start him in that.
Maybe,
Astana.
maybe that's the perfect time to introduce Greenwood as well.
True.
Get him into the lineup.
The problem is though,
Like button people.
this is what happened under Van Gaal. It's the
Oh,
same
good
thing.
ball right there.
Great cross from Wan-Bissaka. Well, not a bad cross.
Wan-Bissaka.
The same thing happened under Van Gaal. Is he played all those youth players against MK Dons that time, and we lost.
Yeah.
So
Well, we
if
didn't just lose. We got
if we
embarrassed.
play
What
all
a
the,
pass
all
from
the young
McTominay.
players against Astana
But
and we
1v1.
lose, that's just more pressure on Solskjaer. That when you're not performing well in the league, there's an added pressure to do well in the other
Doing exactly what you were
competitions.
saying.
Bro,
He's too afraid to
he's
give away the
turned
ball and he
away
passes
to
back.
pass back.
And he messed that up.
I'd
as well.
rather you go 1v1, try and take him on and get tackled. You win a corner, you win a free kick.
And no one's going to ridicule you, like, what, that much? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Chong trying to
he's
take on a
messing
player
up
is
by
going to
trying
get
to play
confidence.
safe.
Yeah. Well, that's it probably just said play safe on that little spreadsheet that was reading, that book full of pitch maps or whatever we had. Who's that?
There we go, well
I'm
done.
saying, Wan-Bissaka never gets shifted.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, nice
That's
from
a little
Chong.
dummy from
He's
Chong
done him there.
A nice little shimmy.
I wonder if he cut his hair, would it be faster?
Is it, if it weighs him
Certainly
down.
would.
Arrows
Probably
in
Probably like
Go on,
minimally,
Marcus.
Yeah, because you don't see a plane with that hair on the front of it, do you?
No.
Aerodynamic wise.
You don't see a plane.
Clip that up, please.
Why? Doesn't mean anything.
Proper partridge line, that.
Yeah, you would never see a plane with that kind of hair.
With hair.
Therefore, so in a way, aerodynamic-wise, but then again, you never see a person with carbon fibre face.
Bringing physics into this.
So it's difficult, isn't it?
I think it's a bit far-fetched for
Are
me.
you allowed to play football with a big cone attached to your face so you can run faster?
I think you probably could.
I mean, go for it.
I'm sure there might be an FA rule against it.
Nah.
It's probably
doubt
what
it.
Dan James does. Invisible flag.
Is there any rules against playing on horseback? Because I've never read the rules in the.
Maybe?
Can you play football on a motorbike?
Here's a question, right?
Yeah, go on.
And this is something I've always thought.
Yeah.
Like from
Always thought
kickoff, if you were to like chip the ball up to yourself and like tuck it under your shirt, like
No,
that.
you're not allowed to. It's obstruction.
Is that
Next.
obstruction?
Is that allowed to be held?
You're not allowed to
It's
stop-
not allowed
yeah,
to be held above,
obstruction.
your like middle area.
What if you
longer than,
put
like, 2
the
seconds.
ball down your pants somehow? If you're like able to wear extra large shorts.
No. Obstruction
Wear
again.
extra long
You're not allowed to
socks.
conceal the ball in any sort of garment or undercrackers, as it says in the.
Good ball right there.
James in the box. You sort of turned the wrong way there, maybe.
Dan
Although
James-
Rashford again, though. Rashford wasn't busting a gut to get to that near post, was it? He just stood on the edge of the 18-yard box, waiting for things to happen.
AWB.
Dan James is very one-footed though, isn't he? Like anytime he tries to do anything with his left foot, he always tries to shift it back to his right.
Are you allowed? Maguire stepping
Look,
up.
he steps into the midfield so well.
Yeah.
Great time.
You really fancy me today, don't you?
So you're the best one. You're the best looking one.
Joe's
the
hairstyle
best
does put
small
a lot of pressure on his hairline.
Yeah, I know.
It survived so well though.
So far, so good. But we're going back a little bit. But we'll be all right for a couple more years.
You've done very well.
We'll do all right, mate. It's that forehead in it. It puts pressure on it. But I think we're just
Nah, you
surviving.
here we go.
very intact.
Cheers,
Can't
mate.
lie.
Cheers, matey. Maguire there. Oh no, it's Lindelof. Keeping up with Vardy. I think Vardy scored against United in every season since the 2014 season. He hasn't looked like scoring today so far, has he? But
He got a last-minute goal
was
in
gonna
this
say,
fixture last season, the opening
yeah,
game of the season.
problem is,
How long
it
have you
only
been
takes
holding
him
that
one
starting
chance.
for?
What?
How long have you been holding that
man
starting
Kieran.
for?
I just think that
Rolls off the tongue.
it does, doesn't it?
Here's another one.
Go on.
Stat.
Since they've appointed Brendan Rodgers, only Liverpool and City have accumulated more points than Leicester in
That's
the Premier
quite
League.
good, isn't it? When did he come in? Was it after Solskjaer?
Oh yeah. I
it
could
before?
swear, if you were to take the table since Ollie's taken over, maybe a change now. United would be third.
Really? Even now?
No.
Maybe not.
No.
Maybe
it's
was
not.
that
That's
just
not
at
the
one
case.
point last season?
That was at one point. Now we'd be like bottom half. But also, Leicester are an unbeaten side over than Liverpool and City
Oh yeah, they are.
before today.
Yeah.
Two statistics.
Yeah,
in
so
one.
it's not to be underestimated. I don't think we can have a go at the team for playing boring. I think we might need to play boring to beat them, but
This
we
would
just
be.
need to. We just need to fit. We need to hold them off, and we need to win. Like, there's no. If you're going to play boring, you have to get the results. That was the problem with Mourinho. We played boring football, and we didn't
wouldn't
get
get the
results.
results.
So if we're playing a bit more sort of conservatively today, it needs to end with a win, because otherwise, how
Was
do
it
we
all
ever win
for?
any games? We've seen it.
40
too
likes
many
away
times
from
now.
100. Come on.
Wait,
There's
Jake-
100
just
years
gonna say,
watching.
Jacob
like
OC
the
says, make the earth more dynamic by cutting all the trees down. Then years would go by much faster and we'd all live to over 100.
Jacob's smoking some really
I like
mad
your,
shit
I like
today,
your
isn't
point.
he?
I like the idea of cutting all the trees down. I don't see any problems with that. The thing I would pick you up on there is, why would the years go by faster?
The guy's just clearly
Because we're going around the
smoking
sun
some
quicker. Is that what it means?
Yeah, I think so.
Stuff photosynthesized.
Must be. I
So,
don't know if
okay,
that
so
has-
the years would go by faster, but we
I wouldn't say this
age any
guy's an
quicker.
exact scientist. If I'm honest.
No, he is there. It's Jacob
But
OC.
and then again,
Oh,
Oh,
so-
cut down the trees. We need them for
He's
oxygen.
saying that the earth
No,
would
we don't.
spin
Oh, Earth would spin
without-
faster.
with less trees.
Yeah, the Earth would go around the sun faster, so a year would happen more quickly. Yeah.
But we need trees. So
Free
we,
kick for
we could
United.
So
Cut
basically,
25 yards
you're
out.
saying
Yeah.
he's saying that
get rid of the mountains.
we'd live for the same amount of time,
Mm-hmm.
but the time scale would have just changed.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, so
it.
you'd live for like 120 years.
Oh, fucking
No, I'm gonna pretend that I saw that.
Rashford just hit
You
the,
leave me alone,
corner of
man.
post and bar from about 30 yards from a free kick.
And look at it. He's changed the way he's striking it as well.
More conventional, isn't it?
More of the instep there.
Oh, if that had gone top bins.
Why is Schmeichel turn his back?
Oh,
Unlucky that. It's an unlucky effort there. It's the first. I mean, well, maybe second shot we've had so far.
Steve Dalglish, do we know how long Pogba is out for?
Solskjaer said in his
game.
pre-match press conference that hopefully we'll be back by the West Ham game. So
Which is next week.
yeah,
And
so
that's at the Olympic Stadium, is it?
Is it on Sunday?
So
It might be, yeah.
next week is the current timeline. Jacob says I'm a flipping genius.
Who
lads."
scored? Cotrone scored. Oh, fair.
Who for?
Wolves?
Of course, because that's who he plays for. I don't know why I asked that. 4-2. Here we go.
Wolves,
Here
not
we go,
United.
lads.
Is that a booking for Dan James? He's accumulated like 4 bookings so far this season, or 3.
3, if this is one. I think it's.
I don't think he got booked, did he?
He's the sort of player that, like, Matt is the same, where they can have a couple more fouls than everyone else because people don't think of him as a dirty player, so he won't get booked for that
I
kind
think
of
it's
foul.
that Dan James getting a bit of reputation at the moment.
Trees
They
produce
say for
oxygen.
diving, but he's not actually.
There's a hot debate going on.
Yeah,
in
trees
the-
produce oxygen and consume CO2, according to Harris Test. That's actually a lie. Trees produce paper and don't really nothing else.
Money.
They don't help anyone. People like to say that they're like helpful
well
and that,
then.
but really they don't do much.
About as helpful as.
They're just for show. They're basically ornaments.
Well,
so if we
they
chop
give
them all
us- they
down,
give us
nothing bad
wood.
happens.
Question: do any of you have real or fake Christmas trees at home? Well, around Christmas.
Real.
It's a mixture of the
Fake.
two.
But I'll
We,
probably
we've
get
gone
for
fake
my
recently,
uni
and I
one.
don't like it.
Yeah,
I like the
yeah.
smell
Yeah.
of a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah,
Muller,
I
innit?
do.
Yeah, of course.
The Muller's not there.
Are you
Yeah.
fake or real Christmas tree? Let us know in the comments. And like the
with-
video.
It don't matter. It's the 4 that counts.
Oh, you do like the smell of a Christmas tree, though.
It's always the spirit of Christmas that matters, not the tree. Come on.
Well, yeah, but sometimes you can't just rely on inner spirit. You have to have
Sure,
have
yeah.
outside
It's all-
influences to help build that spirit.
It's all a bunch of little bullshit.
You know?
5 minutes left. Jeez, this game has been a bit of a. We can't concede an equaliser.
Surprised we haven't seen Greenwood or
Yes, Greenwood not
Gomez,
playing today.
Especially with Chong as well. I mean, when was the last time he was subbed on? Like this, I don't know if he was subbed on this season at all. Besides against Chelsea, if he came on against Chelsea, actually.
No.
Excellent from Lindelof.
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 Lindelof's best games are when you don't mention him.
That's true.
Don't think he's been mentioned today.
I think,
Lindelof, yeah, he's been really good.
yeah. I think defensively it's been
Who
compact.
do you reckon's been MOM so far?
MOM.
Man
It's
of
not MOTM, actually.
I've never heard anyone say MOM before.
It's MOTM.
Man of match.
Who's been
Who's man of match?
Who's
lads?
been man of match so far? Man of match for me. Overall, I would probably maybe Lindelof. Actually,
yeah. Oh, don't speak too soon.
I thought James was good first half. I thought Matic was good first half, but he looked
think he's been
out of his
fairly-
depth second half.
I think he's been fairly solid. Wan-Bissaka, well, that's
Yeah, he has been really good.
It's commercial choice, though, isn't it?
Maguire's been good. He
McTominay.
got skinned a little bit.
McTominay.
McTominay.
McTominay, mate.
No.
Yeah, McTominay's been good. Fred
yeah.
did get a touchdown. No,
Fred's got a little whisper.
Now we need paper. We don't use PCs and email. Anyway,
Emails. 5 minutes.
67.
He meant that sarcastically.
Yeah.
Trees produce oxygen and can produce oxygen and consume CO2, so they do the opposite of what we do.
Yeah. That's why we need it, really. There is enough oxygen in the atmosphere to last us for thousands of years.
Hayden
Try
Gilchrist
bearing that
coming
in mind
in.
next time you're talking about climate change.
Jacob Ossie
That's
saying,
1,000 years worth of oxygen. And I'll be honest, I'm
I'll
not going to
be
be alive in
alive,
1,000
I'll
years.
be
So
alive.
Oh,
There we
lovely
go.
from John.
Go forward. Try something.
Oh, Pereira.
Ferrari, you're not scoring from there, mate. Cam, stop laughing.
Prep hit the
It's
ball
true,
up
though,
40
isn't it?
yards.
He
out
laughs
of
at
the
anything,
shot.
doesn't he?
That,
And it's always it's a violation laugh. You know,
He laughs at
he's
me
got
a
that
lot.
laugh of when two people are arguing and someone says something and he's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't have that.
It's a
Oh my-
shit-stirrer's
yeah,
laugh. It's not the laugh of joy. It's the
Yeah.
laugh of an absolute tyrant. That's what it is.
you definitely was
backed,
that guy.
it's
innit?
backed by
Laugh of a
hatred.
bully.
Anyone said anything to anyone, you'd
The laugh
force
of a
a laugh
bully.
to to raise the confrontation, isn't it?
Yeah, he's one of them.
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
stirring it in the back. Oh, you're gonna let him say that? You're gonna let
I
him
wouldn't
say
have that if I were you.
Oh, imagine if
I
someone
wouldn't
said that
take
about my
that.
sister. Oh, I wouldn't. I'd never let him get away with that. That's what he is. Just stirs the pot while he's pricking his finger to get his blood sugar level like an absolute.
You know.
He's got diabetes, by the way, so
Yeah.
that's all laugh.
You don't remember what do you know what? You remember he's told everyone to call him as well?
What?
For sure, because of his work and his name.
Twatters.
Webcam.
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 Jesus H. Christ,
Got a
man.
stick
Yeah.
webcam.
And his sister does a lot of webcam work as well, so it runs in the family.
His sister's lovely, by the way.
Yeah,
No,
she's quite good.
that's kind of a KO.
She makes a lot of money.
It's a
Don't
fate-
do that.
Humiliation.
She makes a hell of a lot of money. Actually, God
fatality.
bless her.
Steve Dalglish, it's money's not made from paper anymore, gents. It's a synthetic cotton blend to stop counterfeiting. Thanks for that, mate.
I'm really enjoying the highly sort of.
Wait,
what would
how-
you even call that?
What about the
Hairstra saying,
Alright,
what
Dan,
about
keep
the
it on
ozone
board.
layer?
What about the conspiracy theorist guy though that came in and said money's produced 9 times?
Oh, which
yeah.
guy? Oh,
Only MMA.
Dean
was
Garnett,
interesting,
yeah.
actually.
Did you not watch it? Was it freaked out?
It was a good podcast. It
I
was
did.
interesting.
Can you stop slapping him,
Yeah, you're
please?
making a lot of noise back there.
Let the judge know for the future court.
Yeah, money's not made from paper. That's true.
And he was like,
Is-
"Do you know what mortgage means in Latin? Mortgage, it means death grip."
Yeah.
Alright, we're
So
not-
That's what your man was like, though,
So
when he came in.
so when,
Dean
you
Garnett.
when you get a mortgage, it's death grip. I'm like,
Death grip means something very different.
goes Latin tells us English. It tells us what secret meanings. It's etymology.
There's no need for paper anymore. Should all be electronic. What do you reckon to that?
No, you need
electronics.
paper. It's like saying
I
you don't
agree
need
because
books
as soon
anymore.
as I get a decent amount of cash, first thing I do is go to the bank and put it in my.
Do you go to the bank to
you?
deposit
You
money?
go to
Yes.
the bank.
I've never
That's the
done
most
that.
90s
Really.
thing I've ever heard. That going to the bank. How do you build up a lot?
What,
of
what
cash?
else would you call it?
I don't
What
build
else
up a lot of
go
cash.
into the
Oh,
bank.
right.
I just like to see it in my account.
Yeah,
Online
I do, but I
banking.
never have enough cash for it to be worth depositing. I can't remember the last time I had more than 50 quid cash.
Yeah, I don't like taking money out.
No,
I
just
like
leave
paying
it
by
in there.
card. Do you guys spend more when you have the cash or when you have your card? Because there's people who just say,
Oh, Axel
I'd
coming on for his
say,
debut.
I'd say equal.
Debut
Yeah.
is his first appearance of the season. Sorry.
When's he be coming on? Someone just for James. See, they're trying to hold out for the win. I don't. You know what? I don't actually blame Solskjaer for that. I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea. You can bring Greenwood on all you want, but he's not going to stop Leicester scoring, is he?
True.
Well, he can stop them.
Winning by
So
scoring.
winning
so
by
I get
scoring,
that.
yeah.
I
who's going to
appreciate
go in
that.
right wing? Do you reckon it's going to be Ashley Young?
They might be switching to like.
If three of
If
them-
I
three
see
at the
Ashley
back.
Young on the wing, yeah,
what? What we
Kick
do?
off,
Eat some
mate.
hot sauce.
I'm consuming this, and that.
I think he is on the wing. Look.
McTominay completed the most take-ons for United. 4 out of
Put
6.
him on the right wing.
There's a big gap there.
Vardy's been absolutely locked up. He's been quiet.
It's a
mate.
good pass. That. Who made that? Who did that?
Who?
Chilwell getting in
On
behind.
this.
Lindelof there. He's skinned.
I was
in.
borderline gonna say to steal that Chilwell should have been one to watch.
Yeah,
Chilwell's
a good player. I don't think. I don't know.
It's dynamic.
Lovely hair. Let's be honest.
He's better than Luke Shaw.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, Schmeichel's coming up. Oh, if he scores like his
Why?
dad's at the game as well. There's a lot of time. There is a lot of time left to be. Oh, Ashley Young straight out play.
No.
Why did he? Why?
He's
why has
fuming
he
like
not
he's
done
gonna
that?
get his head on it.
Why does he kick the ball straight out of play there? If you should just kick it down.
Yo,
the
can you stop
field.
zooming in, Cam?
All right,
You know
webcam.
what I mean? This ain't a skincare thing, man. It's a
Look at some of these blemishes. Look, listen.
Fred overhead.
Fred overhead. Rashford in this bed. Oh, that's a
L'Oreal,
booking.
Fair play to Johnny Evans,
I'm
actually,
trying to
for
be.
it.
It's a watch long and that, and this guy's trying to get the South Manchester out of me.
Look at the regime, the skincare regime. Do you exfoliate?
Come on,
That's what I'm trying to
last
do.
few minutes. Like the video, folks. Come on.
So it's a skincare.
Ah!
Skincare
I'm
thing.
gonna poo.
Oh shit!
Who was that? Indeed.
Indeedy, that could have been one up.
Pulled it wide from about 10 yards out.
Fuck yeah.
Scuffed it across the near post with his left foot.
Oh, Maguire.
He almost handballed.
Poor
Almost
from
did a
McTominay.
bit.
Oh, Jesus wept.
Shit,
Was
my
De Gea? Was I don't
Jesus wept.
think- Jesus wept? Yeah.
So Irish. Are you Protestant?
God no. no. You know, no offense to any Protestants out there.
He just-
I'm
he just
a
wrong and you-
Catholic.
No offense to anyone out there.
I think it's a bit late.
Don't
for that.
dislike the video.
How many minutes stoppage time have we got? Can someone tell us? Because I'm shitting myself here. Did anyone see the?
There's not been
thing
anything
going on?
yet.
It doesn't say. Okay.
Callum, you can talk, you know. Oh,
Chilwell pushing up again. Who's that there? Pereira
That's a
giving
nice little
fouls away.
professional foul.
That's not a bad place to
wow,
give one away.
Pereira's got 90 minutes under the belt. Mad.
It's not bad.
Doesn't deserve it.
The issue
think
with Luke
he
Shaw
does
being
well,
injured
yeah.
now is that when he doesn't play games, he's gonna come back about 110 kilo.
Yeah,
That is-
that's true though.
Yeah.
He is going to come. He is a fat man.
He's definitely a fat man that's playing football.
He's
so-
a fat man.
so
Fat man.
it keeps him, it keeps him in shape, like playing football
Yeah.
every week. But as soon as he's not, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be one of those that when he's 40.
No,
he's gonna
wow.
be a big
When
lad,
when Luke
like
Shaw
Ricky
retires, give it a year, and he's going to be like,
Oh mate, look at McSauce just absolutely hoof. Oh, he's in.
shield it. All right.
What is he doing?
No, mate. Oh, if he had completed that, flicking it over.
would've
To be
So.
fair,
That
he
would've
had
been
5 men round him.
See what I'm saying? Other than Rashford's pen, he's been fairly quiet.
Yeah,
Good tackle by Lindelof again there.
best
Stepping
form
up.
of defense
Just-
is attack.
Yeah, just as they were trying to mount a little counter there, Lindelof scuppered
Tom
it.
and I,
Tom and I. Tom and I.
He calls him that every
Tom and I.
time.
Oh, look at this.
completed more take-ons, dancing as
Another
well.
2 there.
Break dancing.
Couple take-ons right there, boys.
Oh, get off the goat.
Stamping on him.
Hey, Dad, watch his hair, lads.
Oh, this is a bit Larry for a,
Watch his hair.
for a Premier League
Look at
game.
Schmeichel there. Lads, don't stop fighting, please. Look at him like he's some.
Mate,
Schmeichel.
has he,
acting.
they might VAR this because did he stamp on him? Did he?
That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to overreact to the VAR it.
He tapped
on,
him, did he? On the
Schmeichel.
head.
Yeah, he's like going down.
Jesus.
How did he do
Jesus.
These were the only situations where Lukaku were good for.
He didn't get in fights.
Yeah, he did. He just ran in and belly
Smart
bounced
getting
everyone all the way.
involved.
Like.
Belly bounced. Just belly bounced him out of the way. Don't read it.
No way.
Don't read it. Don't read it. Chilwell.
Yellow card
Fucked.
for Ben Chilwell.
Oh, look at it's awful, ref. Look at him. What's he done?
I'm not seeing anything, but probably a stamp's coming.
Oh, he just smacked him in the face.
That's nothing.
Nah, I'm not having that. Chilwell are done to there, I reckon.
Ah, it's probably a booking.
Just slapped him on his top, on the top of his head. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing like a game where you win 1-0 and the goal's a penalty. Speaks volumes.
Hey. Come on. Blow up.
Mason Mount! Fucking have that, lads.
Fantasy game.
That's the point.
Full
That's
time.
the one thing I'm cheering
United
about.
have won the game 1-0. Personally, I think that's a good win.
Yes, needed that massively.
Thank you very much for watching. We're going to be doing a little review of the game
about 5
very
minutes'
soon.
time.
No, we're literally going to go straight into it.
We're just going to have a quick week.
There's not really much.
A little tuck cracker just to give us some energy, and we'll be back very soon. Thanks very much for watching,
Thanks, guys.
and we'll see you in a minute.